Well, hey everybody, how are you doing today? I hope that you're doing well. It is an absolutely gray, overcast, mid 30s, kind of snow slowly drifting down northern Michigan Saturday. It is an absolutely just kind of a cold, yucky gray day, an absolutely perfect day to play a little Star Citizen. Jag, how you doing this morning? Welcome, or I should say this afternoon. I'm on a touch later than I normally would be. Hey, Gaming Tribunal, how are you today? Nice to see you. What's up, mining community? Hope everybody's doing well. I am very excited about today because yesterday I did some testing in the air in Halo and seen something I had never seen before. Now, I'm not sure we're going to experience the same thing today. Hey, Schlag. Schlag says, I'm decent. I could be better, but my in-laws decided to show up today. Oh, my in-laws decided to show up today. Well, you know, Schlag, I understand that could be a mixed bag. I hope that goes well for you. Nate, how are you doing? Geesley? Oi, V, how you doing? Hey, Dave, how you doing? Nice to see you guys today. So, yeah, I'm super excited about today because yesterday I went to the air in Halo, and I was, for the first time ever in my playing Star Citizen, and you guys know I do a lot of mining. It looks like they've changed scannable rocks in the air in Halo, and I hope my experience is the same as today as it was yesterday. But we're going to go out there and we are going to have some fun with it. I want to see how well the mole does with the fixed unscannables in the belt. Well, I probably won't be solo mole mining today, Schlag. I probably will be taking the prospector out, but I still think you'll get a sense of how the scanning mechanics work. And I'm very excited to kind of give it another test today. But yesterday, I could not find any rocks in the air in Halo that would not scan. Every single one of them eventually scanned. And I was there, a few hours. So it's going to be interesting today. Now, a couple of things I want to make note of. On the server right now, we have 71 of 71. Yesterday was 111. Xeno threat is going on as well on this server. So it's going to be a really good indication or a good test kind of where we're at, if it's a server, resource issue or not. Jag says, I tried renting the prospector and could not make any money mining non-quant rocks. I'm going to save up this time. Now, Jag, the one thing I would say with the rented prospector, you would want to head over to Aberdeen and just go for Bexolite, Laranite, and Terranite. That's the only place, really, I think that you would find that's probably going to be worth your while. You're going to find there's no Quantanium there, so you're not going to be necessarily losing nodes over Quantanium. But that's Bexolite, Laranite, and Terranite. That's the place that I recommend taking the rented prospector. Not sure if you took it there, but that would be my recommendation. Hopefully, it's a similar experience as the prospector. I saw server SPS suffering in 18.2. Yeah, server SPS has been up and down for sure. Ooh, Xeno's threat sounds fun with the Vulture. Nate, you're not wrong. Only I'm so excited about the Air and Halo stuff. I'll be checking that out instead. So, well, let's go ahead and talk about what we're up to today. So I am going to have the prospector, right? We're going to be, let's take a look and see how we're sitting here. I think this is prospector 1. This is the one with the Aphorite paint on it. I just have the standard quantum drive. This is just me restarting again in a 318.2 PTU. I got a Lancet, and lo and behold, surprise, some Brant. So very vanilla build, and we will head out. How to deal with 32 SU cargo storage of Prospector. Well, I mean, you just go back and forth to the refinery. That's how you deal with it. If you get 32 SU, that's still 270-some thousand worth of AUEC. There's nothing wrong with running back $250,000 and throwing it in the hopper and then just heading back out. Oddball says, whoop, whoop. Time to get some coffee and sit here through an extended period of time. Listen to the sweet, sweet voice of Mr. Shorts. Hey, Oddball, thanks for that. I appreciate that. 7 likes already, you guys. We're not even out of the gate yet this morning. So, awesome. So let's go ahead and I'll pull that prospector and we will head out to the Air and Halo. Like I said, I'm very excited to look at this today. Yesterday, I was completely and utterly floored. Like I said, for the first time I'd ever been in the Air and Halo, every single rock scanned. I just was, was kind of blown away by that. So we'll have to see if it's acting the same today. That's a big test is how. Now, I still couldn't get the scans from a long ways away to work. You know, but every single time I approached rocks, they became scannable, which is, as we all know, is an absolute, complete, and utter fundamental change from the way that Aaron Halo has ever worked. And so I do hope that number one, that we'll find that does work like that again today. And number two, that maybe this is some of the beginnings of them starting to fix in preparations for 319 all the changes that are coming for mining, which are, as we know, substantial. I can't remember in 319 is the mining patch. Yeah, Nate, it is. 319 is going to have everything changes, right? All the laser heads, all the consumables, the densities, porousness of the rocks, their locations, just the way everything behaves. So, hey, Wayne, how are you today? Nice to see you, sir. Hope you're doing well. So yeah, that's a big change for sure coming. All right, let's go ahead and we will see if we can get this thing to fuel us up here. Okay. A lot of my post flights, I don't know that it's actually been doing, like, even though I tell it to do the Quantanium and hydrogen, I'm not sure it always is. We'll go ahead and get that door open above us. We are going to be heading into the Aaron Halo today. Yesterday in the Aaron Halo, there were two things that struck me. Number one, the amount of salvage out there was crazy. I mean, like crazy. Hey, son, how are you? Grift, how are you, sir? Space Shorts at coffee time? Yes, sir. And I got, oh my gosh, you guys, I have a hot cup of coffee. Like, it's still steaming. Like, it's a crazy hot cup of coffee. I have to give it a hot minute to cool off, or else I'd probably, like, maybe fuse my lips together with the heat. So, gotta be really careful with that. Son, nice to see you. How you been? Hopefully 319 will have some big quant rocks in the Halo, mole size. Well, I don't know that that's going to change or not, Nate. They haven't said anything, but I agree with you. I'd love that. And so let's go ahead and head on up. All right, we're just going to kind of take it easy. Astro Man, how you doing? Nice to see you. I tried looking at 18.2 Halo for salvage, didn't find the thing. Now, you used to be able to not find any of it since 318 launched, but yesterday in 318 PTU, it was everywhere. Like, it was the most I'd ever seen of salvage. So we're going to head over to the Aaron Halo and see what we get today. Astro Man, I really hope mole mining is on point in 319. Astro, you're not wrong, especially with the changes that they're making. I definitely want to see mole mining get into a better place. Dark Side, how have you been, sir? Greetings to you, Master. Hope you are well. I'm doing really well. So for those of you who are just joining, it is an absolutely just mid-30s, gray, soft, dripping snow coming down. Beautiful, beautiful northern Michigan. Just a typical super gray day. A wonderful day to do some gaming. As we try and, get around the corner. Northern Michigan, winter tends to hang on a little bit, a little bit longer than we want. That's for sure. So 12 likes already this morning, you guys. It's going great. And I am, like I said, I am really crossing my fingers that the behavior that I experienced yesterday in the Aaron Halo is the experience that I'm going to have today. So we're going to drop out at about 6.6. We're going to turn this bad boy over and get started. So, yeah, I'm rubbing my hands together. I could not be more excited. Because, as we all knew that this 318 was supposed to be the piracy patch, and I was really hoping the lean on the Aaron Halo was for some anonymity during the piracy patch, and boy, it had been pretty hard to locate resources. The other thing I will say is the double wipe, you guys, or whatever, I don't know if you guys caught this, but I had not been doing a lot. I've been doing a lot of testing, but not a lot of playing. I just had a feeling that there was going to be so many changes or whatever, that there was going to be another wipe. So it doesn't surprise me that happened. South Carolina, mid-40s, windy and pouring buckets. Griff, that's awesome. Get as much rain as you can, right? Right now, anyways, for sure. So, Darkside says 318 PU so infuriating when returning to Arc L1 with the loaded prospector, no final indicator showing your actual position. Yeah, no, you're not wrong, Dark. 318, it has really been a difficult slog mining. It's locating stuff, getting it back to the hopper, dealing with the stations. It's been a difficult slog. Hey, Scar, says JT. I'm 40K, says Grift. All right, hold on. 6, 7, 6, 6, and boom. Here we go. All right, got some rocks there. We're going to go ahead and pivot on this. Let's go ahead and reset the station here. All right, I'm going to kind of just roll over. I'll turn off the quantum drive, and we'll just go ahead and get started. Right off the bat, you can see, look at the salvages everywhere. I mean, it's everywhere. Look at all the salvage. I mean, I just came out. Salvage could not be... So that's the first thing of note to note, okay? You know, I don't know if we'll see Andreas today or whatever. Hey, Stan, how are you, sir? Johan, how are you? Nice to see you this evening. Hope that everybody's having a great Saturday today. 12 likes, can't thank you enough. So this is already, as you guys know, I just came out of Quantum, you know, and you can see there's salvage everywhere in the air in Halo. So now I'm going to go ahead and open up hit V and open up a V scan. And I'm just going to do a 45 ping right out in front of me at first and see if, you know, if there's anything out there. Then I'm going to roll back to a 90 ping. Just trying to get a few opportunity markers. There's my first opportunity markers. And that's a 34 hundo right off the bat. I'm going to go ahead and tap that guy with a ping, fully automated. Now, I am going to try and get a slow scan. The slow scans I've been finding aren't necessarily working great. I am going to kind of speed up just a touch. And in we go. Hey, Benny, nice to see you. Sir, nice to see you. Central Indiana, sunny and 51. Oh, wow, that's nice. Benny says, morning all. I have instant coffee. That's awesome. Johan, the salvage needs to be nerfed into the ground. It's already easy to find in the PU. You know, Johan, I want salvage to be pretty prevalent, at least until once they get the SRV in, that they can nerf it all they want because you can go grab stuff and pull it places. But until then, I want it to be abundant so people can make some. I must admit, really enjoying the Vulture equipped with the A-class stealth components seem to help. Oh, now Dark, that's a good. Glad you said something. I wasn't sure that stealth components had any quote unquote working to them. So we're all right. So we're approaching here. These rocks. I'm going to go ahead and pivot on them. We're going to get a little. And let's go ahead and take a look. These are definitely going to be Quantanium rocks. And let's go ahead and get the mining laser out. And these are Q-types right off the bat. And I might add scannable. But, you know, nothing fancy. Didn't have to wait for these ones to scan. Now, I am not getting scan results here, you see. So you guys know the trick to that, right? Is you just drop your laser, you shoot one time, you get on the marker, and that will kind of prompt them to give you the scanning. This is not going to be a bad rock. Probably around a, I was going to say around a 20%er. That's a 17%er. Or what I like to call a working man's rock. What about this guy here? This is not going to be a good rock. So we're going to pass this guy up. This is a 2%er. My experience so far is the takeoff from the start of salvage to max takes 50 minutes every single trip to the PU. Johan, are you outside Lagrange points when you're finding that stuff? Because eventually those will be pretty hunted once the server stability is you know, something. Hamma, thank you so much. Welcome aboard, man. I appreciate that. That's a wonderful beginning to the day, and I absolutely love it. All right, you guys. So first bit of rocks there. You know, first rocks we looked at were Quantanium. 17 hundo there. We're not going to chase those. Those are single rocks. That's a 17 hundo. We're also not going to chase 5100s. That's 3 rocks, and those are never Quantanium. Anything outside of that, though, we are going to at least kind of approach and take a look at. So, and I am hoping to demonstrate, like I said, hoping to have an opportunity to demonstrate the way that the scanning was working, and I hope that it works the same way as it was working yesterday. So, right off the bat, we found a couple of nice Quantanium rocks. Well, one, you know, halfway decent one, a 17%er, but we're still looking around here. So there's a 17. Hey, One Scrub, how you doing? Nice to see you today, sir. Hope that you're doing well. Scarred says, unless it changed, stealth components don't do anything. Yeah, that's what you know, I mean, obviously I haven't looked in 3.18, so I don't know that's the case 100%. Johan says, Mike L2 is my stomping ground for salvage. Yeah, so there's no question that if you're around Lagrange points or whatever, that the salvage is definitely abundant. My concern is, you know, if pirates start hanging around those, you'd have to have some other place to go. There's another 34 hundo. That being said, of course, when the SRV's in place, we're going to find... Oh my gosh, Hamma, you are being so kind today. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. Truly. All right, you guys. Oh, look at everybody who got one, too. All the look at that, you guys. Sun, Drift, Andreas, Moon, and Ramoin. Perfect people to get that. That's awesome. Thank you very much. It's super cool. And there's an 890 jump right there that we're flying by the way, over there. The salvage just, it's everywhere, you know. So, legend. That was, I know, wasn't that a legendary 5 that Ham is like, as far as, hey, Fat Fee, welcome to the channel. Not a name I recognize. Have they fixed the scanning angle, or is still, no, you can actually modify the scanning angle in the V-scan, not with the mining laser out, though. That's how you trim that now. It's just a change, right? So here we go. I'm just gonna take a look at these. These are Quantanium rocks, and notice they're not scanning, you guys. This is an important thing. Notice they're not scanning. We're just gonna approach these guys. This is the notice, and boom! Look at it now did. That's my point. Like it's a weird thing, but the server ticks are now, it's working like it used to work in old Lyria. And how it worked in old Lyria is you'd find rocks, but they would not give you the yellow outline. You had to wait for the yellow outline, maybe a server tick or whatever for the server to catch up. The Aaron Halo is now working that way. Star Streams, everybody please give Star Streams a salute. Hey Streams, how you doing? Matt Burke, welcome to the channel. Thanks for the tip about the nose scan. It was really frustrating. Yeah, you just have to be, hey, yeah, everybody come on, let's give a Star a salute, everybody. I love it. So now you notice here we're not getting our scan results. That's easy to fix, right? We're gonna pull the laser back, we're gonna pop the laser, shoot the rock one time with, and now it's just it primes it, and we're gonna get a couple of opportunities here. So that's a 3%er. That's not gonna work for us. And this guy here is going to be not a great rock either. This is gonna be a blue cap, and we're gonna roll on out of here. So you know, that's okay. I really want to keep kind of showing you guys. That's right now already we're 2 for 2, right? 2 for 2. We found Quantanium twice, and both times they scanned. Let's keep an eye on that today, right? Let's see if there's any unscannable Quantanium rocks that we find. So okay, we'll get the V scan back going. Let me just ping it at a 45. There's opportunity marker in front of me. That is a 17 hundo. So I'll probably pull that back to a 90 and just kind of see. A couple more opportunity markers over this way. Let's take a look. 17 hundo there, and a 17 hundo there. We're not going to approach single rocks. Like I said, that's not what we're going to be up to in this particular. There's 3,400 right there. So I'll send out another ping. They're right there, and I will try and do, like I said, I am doing the push and hold scan, the long scan. Those are not working, but every single time I've approached Quantanium now for the last 2 days, the rocks have been scannable. So I'm not saying that these are Quantanium. We have to kind of get close. The icon should draw here in just a sec, and we'll be able to look. Yeah, the salvage is abundant. You're not wrong. The salvage is everywhere. It's crazy. So these are Quantanium rocks. I am pulling the laser out, and these are scannable as well. So you know we're 3 for 3 now with you know, and this is a massive. This could not be a cooler change. Once again, we're just going to go ahead and drop the laser, shoot the rock one time, pull the laser back out. That will give us our scan results, and off we go. So I could not be more excited with these changes. I mean, this makes the Aaron Halo so much more viable in the age of piracy. And honestly, I think bodes itself well towards the future for 319 for scanning stuff. These are a couple of blue caps or whatever. Star, how have you been, sir? I hope that you're doing well. You know, and I've definitely caught a few of your streams lately, and they have been fantastic. Stan, look at all the salvage. I don't understand. I show up with my reclaimer with 0 salvage. It's in 318.2. There's been some kind of a sea change with salvage. Oh, it was on the PTU this morning. Is it 318.2? Because I have had nothing but success here. Hello, Space Shorts. Hey, Ramon, how are you? Johan says, even with the long scans not working, it's already perfectly playable. Johan, I agree with that 100%. It's absolutely doable. So rinse and repeat. You guys know the rule here. You know, we just kind of keep our. There's 8,500. That's going to be quite a few rocks. Now this is unlikely to be Quantanium. Why do I say that? Because of the spread of the different rocks. When I did that secondary ping, they weren't a real tight unit. I'm not saying that every time it's not, but this is unlikely to be Quantanium. We'll take a look at this stuff, but we'll just, you know, because it is 4 rocks, but we'll just kind of more than likely be passing through. So we're just going to kind of do a visual here. Definitely not Quantanium, which I didn't expect it to be based on the spread of the rocks, and so we'll just kind of continue on. I will send out a 45. What's out in front of us? Anything? Yep, couple opportunity markers there. So there's a 5100. We never approach 5100 RS signature values. It's never Quantanium. Here's a massive 13,600. And that is very likely that there's a good chance this is Quantanium. Let's go ahead and approach this. 21 likes already, you guys. This morning we're off to the races. I don't think piracy is going to be a big thing until 3. Yes, I think the servers have to be a lot more sound. Grift, I think you're absolutely not wrong about that. By the way, can I please thank the individual who gifted me a membership? You sure can. That would be Hamma Berlin. Hamma gifted some people some memberships. Please send him out a thank you. Thank you so much, Hamma. It was so kind of you. Silas, it's nice to see you, man. How you been? That's awesome. How have you been, sir? All right, so we're moving on here. We're coming up on these rocks. They're right here. Not sure if they're Quantanium yet or not. We're taking a look. Maybe not. Let's pull out the mining laser and see what we get. Now, I do want to show you guys this. This might be an opportunity to at least show the scanning mechanic, right? Because so far, this is the way that it's been, right? So this is an unscannable rock, right? Even though this is not going to be Quantanium. But if we sit here for just a moment, there just seems to be a server tick, and eventually these things become scannable. I'm not even going to touch anything or do any kind of wild stuff. I'm just going to see if all of a sudden these things tick into existence. Because every single time, Quantanium always ticks into existence. So I'm just kind of curious if it's just specifically the Quantanium or this. So it's just a big curiosity of mine for sure. So nothing happening so far. I'm gonna go ahead and let me kind of hit it with the laser. Let me turn off this. Let me kind of V mode it. What's going on? Back here. All right. Well, these are definitely not turning. Uh-oh. All right. Well, that's interesting, but so I wonder if it's just, it can't just be for Quantanium. That would be really weird. But these are the first unscannable rocks that I've ran into since oh, no, there they go. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is new, you guys. They didn't do this before. They didn't eventually turn yellow. They never did. That's 100% difference. I'm telling you, I have been in the air in Halo as more hours than a grown man should be able to admit. And you know what? That's new. It's never been like that before. It's never had some kind of a server tick thing that happens ever, where they turn into scannables at some point. So there's been a major change in this. It's awesome. Could not be more tickled. 1700 there. 1700 there. The Aaron Halo is back, and it's back in force. It's not even, it's crazy. Every single time they always scan. You know what I mean? That's a huge... Now listen, I'm not saying this is going to go live like this, and who knows what exactly has happened that's changed all this. But I can tell you that I have mined in the Aaron Halo now for 2 years, and that has never been the behavior. Black Cobra, how you doing? Do you have a scanner setup video? As far as that goes, Cobra, I don't. That's a great question. I probably should have one, but there's not much to it really, and I'll show you here in just a second. Hey, Stone Dog, how you doing? Voran9, welcome to the channel. By the way, Black Cobra, welcome to the channel. I have to learn writing English correctly and join Hamma. That's awesome. ESR Ola, welcome to the channel. Lots of brand new faces, guys. Like and sub. If you definitely come hang out with us. We have a wonderful mining community here. And so let's talk about the scan angle stuff real quick, right? Because this is pretty simple. I fly with sticks, but I mine with mouse and keyboard. So if I go to key bindings, I go to just mouse and keyboard, and I go to flight radar, right? I have increased ping angle. I hold my left alt and use the mouse wheel up. Hey, Ocean, thank you so much. That's so wonderful. I truly appreciate that. Decreased ping angle is I hold down left alt, and so I mouse wheel up and down with the left alt in order to increase and decrease. I also ping on the side button on my mouse. So I ping and I increase and decrease with left with the mouse wheel, holding down that. So that's really the best way that I found to build good muscle memory in order to do this. So then all of a sudden I'm in, I open up V, I go to scan. All I'm doing right now is rolling my mouse back and forth. You know what I mean? So then we're going to start out with like a 90 ping. And then we're going to collapse it all the way down to 2. And that's going to give us our RS signature values. right? We're chasing 1700, we're chasing 3100, we're chasing 6100 or 6800s, and from there we never chase a 5100. 3 rocks is never Quantanium. And then from there, you know, you just kind of so there's a 5100. We just won't approach that. That's never Quantanium. There's a 1700. So we're just going to coast around until we find something that's either a 3400 or factors of 1700. Now, salvage is factors of 2000. So if you're over here and you hover over now, or it's a ship, one of the two. So if we're looking at a salvage icon, you know, it definitely, you know, and we ping that or whatever, you know, that's a different thing altogether. You know what I mean? I think maybe if I do a push and hold, this is probably going to be a ship here. Yeah, it's a C2 Hercules Starlifter, right? So that's what you have there. You know, those are going to have different values altogether. But your standard scrap pieces are going to be a 2000 signature. Your standard rocks are going to be a 1700 signature. And so, yeah, they fixed... Yeah, everything's working good except for the long scan. It's amazing, you guys. This has been such a blessing to come out to the Halo and see this, for sure. All right, we're going to rinse and repeat here. Let's kind of... It's always good to have a quantum marker set when you're in the air Halo, so you don't retread over the same ground, you know. And so off we go here. So this is with the radar. What about scanning? Yeah, well, we'll talk about scanning, right? The fact that you can scan every single rocks is an enormous change to the way things used to be. So here we are. There's a 1700. We'll just kind of keep cruising around till we find something to stop and give a scan to. So... all right, there's lots of opportunity markers. Let's start looking at them. There's a 1700. There's a 1700. Bunch of them up this way. That's a 1700. What do we have there? 17. That's going to be some salvage. 17 and 17. Lots of 1700s so far. Just rinse and repeat. Keep on, come back down, face your quantum beacon and off, and just kind of just rinse and repeat. Prioritize the ones that are further away because you've probably already scanned the other ones. 17. There's a 3400 right there. So now we're going to send out a collapse ping on that 3400. And then we're going to approach. I do push and hold and try and do a long scan on them, but that part of it has not been working, and I hope at some point that it does, where we'll give you the type over on that side of the UI. But that's okay. We'll go ahead and approach these two. And we'll talk about that. So, and you know, it'll draw the icons here in just a sec. And 3, 2, 1, bing. Right. You know, so then we're just going to approach these guys. Let's take a look at them. They are Quantanium. I'll pull out the mining laser. And these are Q-types. So we're just going to approach these guys. They didn't even not scan. So we're 4 for 4 on Quantanium that we found that's scannable so far. And like I said, already you know it's a difference. Now, we're not getting the scan types. So I'm going to pull the laser out, I'm going to shoot the rock, and I'm going to pull the laser back out, and then your scan results are going to begin. So it's important that, you know, forever the history of the air in Halo, there were unscannable rocks, okay? And that seems to have gone entirely by the wayside. But in particular in 318, it was very egregious. This could be an okay rock. 12%er, we'll keep moving. You know, I was... Many times in the air in Halo, I would find for every single time I found Quantanium, like 8 out of 10 times it was unscannable. Now, it's absolutely every single time they always scan all of them all the time, which is a massive change. It's so awesome. Easy to remember that if the third digit, not 0 or rock, yes, exactly. Exceptions like 17,000, when it's, you know, that's a lot of rocks, exactly. There's 10. Hi, V. How's SC looking today? It's playing pretty well, Clive, especially in Air and Halo. This is so awesome. CIG is giving much needed love. Thanks again pointing this out. I get my prospector back. Sarah, I'm so happy. I mean, everybody is really thrilled with this. I know all of us who mine are, for sure. And yeah, no, I agree. Hey, Troll, how you doing, man? Nice to see you today. How have you been? Guys, Troll's here. Things are going to get funnier. That's awesome. Sandy, how are you, sir? Sandy's latest episode of Bullish, so good. Very much enjoyed that. This is not going to be Quantanium based on the spread of the rocks. You can see they're just spread too far on that secondary ping. Quantaniums are nice, tight clumps when you do that secondary ping and you get these diamond icons. That being said, we'll still approach because it is 4 rocks, and sometimes I'm wrong, you know what I mean, about that. But for the most part, you can tell We're just going to kind of do a drive-by on these as we're going by. I do not see any orange striping in those. They're definitely not Quantanium. And like I said, you do enough Quantanium mining and you just kind of, they just have a look on that secondary ping. So here's some more opportunity markers. There's the opportunity markers are great. By the way, the ping times, everything just feels crisp. There's 3,400 right there. I'll send out a collapse secondary ping. Alrighty, and here I'll approach these now, and we'll take a look. Not sure if these are going to be Quantanium or not, obviously. We are approaching now. Space mouse or CAD mouse. Oh, a 6-dot mouse. Yeah, I don't know. Somebody, there's a crazy, mouse running around right now. I watched a video where, I think the guy borrowed it from, the idea of flying around the Rusicon tray or whatever it's called. I'm murdering that. This is Quantanium 2. I'll get out the mining laser. All right, so this is what I'm talking about. So I'm approaching these Quantanium rocks, right? And I have the mining laser out. These are not scannable. They're not, they're not being scan friendly at all. You know what I mean? So, but if we just sit here and wait, they will become scannable. That's been the MO. That's the big change that I'm so excited about. I'm not going to do anything. We're just going to sit here a moment and we're going to see if these register some kind of a server tick and become scannable, because that is the big change that I'm talking about. It's going to give me an opportunity to get a drink here and catch up on the chat. Matt says, I just found a 5K 40% laser went weird on me. Extraction laser overpowered the rock. Blew everything up. Man, I've seen that. I know what you're talking about. Clive said, Starred Citizen, I can't even get through character create yet. Oh, sorry to hear that, Clive. The Ocean says, that is what Shorts and I have been using. The setup has been mentioning since Elite Dangerous. Oh, yeah. That mouse is crazy. ESR Tech says, you could see his space mouse if you think he got a 3D mouse. Yeah, that's a crazy mouse. It looked like it was a heck of a weird setup. Still can't scan diamond for rock types. No, the long scans are definitely not working. So far, this is not ticked out yet either, you guys. So some keyboards have a volume control knob. Has anyone in chat ever tried to use that knob to control? Yeah, Stan, I definitely know people who are using kind of volume-ish knobs for that kind of stuff. And I heard that it works really well. They should drop to a 0.1, 40K issue. Yeah, between the 40K and double wipe coming, it's a killer. Yeah, Griff, you're not wrong. I mean, nobody's going to be motivated to play live right now. I have non-mining questions about scanning. How do you scan ships to know the contents of their ships? That's the long scan, Ramon, where you push and hold in the scanner. All right. So these ones are testing the theory, right? They have not popped. So now let's just kind of start doing a couple of things, like I'm turning on a mining laser. I'm going to shoot them with my lasers. This is the first rocks I found in since yesterday that have not become scannable. Now we're just going to keep on, we're just going to give them a second to see if it's a server type thing. See, there they go. I just turned on the mining laser and I shot them with, and all of a sudden they come alive, you guys. Look at that. That's a 17%er. They were not scannable. They became scannable. I know that I'm going to sound like a broken record. That is not normal behavior. That is new behavior. Okay, I have made so many trips to the air in Halo. This is working exactly like old Lyria. Old Lyria, you'd fly up and you'd locate stuff and you'd have to wait for it to server tick or server pop in order for it to that is exactly how this is working now. And it couldn't be a bigger win for miners. This fundamentally makes the air in Halo just so much more significantly better. 1700 signature value there. There's a 1700 signature value there. And we're just going to keep on rinsing and repeating. There's a 1700 and there's a 1700. So we're going to keep on heading towards our, and you can see the other thing is the salvage is just everywhere. Holy mackerel. Salvage could not be more salvage. It's just everywhere. Troll, yeah, that's awesome, Troll. Thank you. We'll try that. Just hope no one will take offense. Yeah, no problem whatsoever, Ramon. Had the same thing happen to me. Blew up my prospector twice yesterday. Yes. Oh yeah. Speaking of that, I've had that too, where the extraction laser actually is acting like the mining laser and it blows stuff up. It's so lame. I've definitely had that happen. So this is 6,800. We'll approach these. This could be Quantanium because two of them are pretty tightly knit to each other. We'll take a look. Happy to see you guys. Mabutu says, excited. Hey, you guys, by the way, for those of you who, just will mention, I know tomorrow is kind of Easter. It's the one time of year where peeps are an acceptable part of your, your diet. So my wife adores peeps. She loves them. So have a peep and think of her, it's just that one time of year you can eat peeps. So if I had a prospector on EPTU, I would have tried it. Yeah, but here we go. Let's take a look here. What do we got? This does not look like it's going to be Quantanium. I'm flying in. Getting a visual here. No, that's not Quantanium. All right, we'll keep it moving. One more look as I fly by. Nope, definitely not. All right, so we'll open this guy back up to a 90 scan, ping out. Get some more opportunity markers there. There's a 1700, and there is a 1700, and there is a 5100. We will not approach a 5100. I've decided to wait till 0.2 drops on PTU, no point grind. Yes, I agree with that, you guys. Can anyone play PTU, Dave? I think it's open right now, but I guess I didn't check that part of it. Question, so number 1700 and 5200 is designated. No, for salvage, Cobra, they're different numbers. So, like for instance, I don't know what all these are out here, but if I ping over to if I ping on this over here and I see the salvage icon, I can actually do a long scan on that and it will tell me what it is, right? I can see that's an 890 jump, right? It's telling me right over there that's an 890 jump I can salvage. If I focus on this one, what's this over here? This is with a full scan angle collapsed. I can focus. There's another 890 jump. It must have been like the Air and Halo's become an 890 jump scrapyard. They're just everywhere out here. I don't know I don't know the lore behind it. I'd like to. I should ask the Astro historian, like, what's the lore behind, an infinite amount of 890 jumps in the Air and Halo. But anyways. Yeah, so scrap though, the scrap pieces are a 2000 are a signature value. That's the quant. So instead of being 1700, their factors of 2000. So if you see like a 10,000, you know what I mean? But they seem to have separated them out. I'm not seeing as many. There's a 3400 there. I'm not seeing opportunity markers show up as salvage like I used to. So let's take a look here. We'll kind of widen this scan and head on in on this stuff here. They were right there. Yeah, they are. They're still right there. All right, we're approaching these now. Time to build our scrap. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? You guys, especially if they would put the SRV, you could pull like endless amount of 890s to one spot and just have the most craziest salvage operation. Like non-stop, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Go get another 890. Have them lined up for days. It's so ridiculous. Oh, the rocks are up there. Whoops. What am I doing? I'm flying past them. What do we got? I'm going to do a quick visual on them. Although now I've got the sun in my eyes. They look like, yeah, there's striping on there. Let's go ahead and pull the lump mining laser out. Yeah, these are Q-types for sure. So here we are. We're like 6 for 6 now. Every rock scans or whatever. It's amazing. This is awesome. I mean, this is a wonderful change. It really is. I mean, this makes me happier probably more than anything is that they've changed this. And so, and having to kind of shoot the rock or whatever to get the scan result is no big deal.
Mining mode off. Mining mode on.
This is not going to be a good rock. That's a 2%er there. Pardon me, I was having a big sip there. What about this guy? This could be an okay rock. Yeah, this is a 5122 by 27%. We'll take this. This isn't that's not the most amazing rock in the world, but it's, it's 270 on the 5, which is not too bad. Probably not a full 32 SCU in this thing, but you know what? That's definitely a rock worth mining. V, could you check the next sighting to multiples with the mining mode when you're below 5K to see if you can get the type? Yeah, you bet. I'll do that for sure, Silas, when we come back, because I'm going to mine this guy this time. So very, very reasonable request. And I will definitely do that next time for sure. So just kind of getting this into a place. Now we want to, you obviously need situational awareness that other rock is right down there. But I do like to have my UI in the dark part here. I am going to go ahead and turn on the laser. I'll hold G. That loosens up the laser head, right? And then we'll just go ahead and build our intensity up and go to town here. Now, I do have the 3 brands on board. And you know me, I tend to have no problem using those things. 5122 mass should be an easy break. We'll, yeah, no problem, Silas. Happy to do it. And guys, I know I've been a little more focused on, not as much on the chat as I should be. But I just am so excited about these changes. I just want to make sure I'm doing a good job demonstrating them. Must be a good day mining if you pass over a 20%er. Yeah. No, and so we've all been there where I'm passing that 18%er, and then you spend the next 45 minutes looking around, and you're like, the next 18%er, you're like, heck it, I'll just take it, whatever. Ramon says, Shorts, we all know why there's so many 890 jumps to salvage. It's Origin's fault. They insist all the X rental ships be dumped. It's a cost-cutting measure. Oh, there's probably a tax write-off, Ramon. You're not wrong. Any idea when 318.1 and 2 will drop live? Clive, no idea there, but, I certainly wouldn't, spend time in the PUs, earning anything. It's going to be taken away. Schizoid69 says, good morning, Mining Sensei. I saw your video saying all the rocks are scannable. If it hits like the PU, I will be able to afford my own stand. Yes, exactly. You're not wrong, Skits. Welcome to the channel, sir. Ramon, don't give away the secret. That's hilarious. I have no clue, and Sig probably won't give up any of it until a few days before. You're probably right about that. Tripper Dances, appreciate the quick video yesterday. Tripper, I could not be more thrilled to make that video. It was my pleasure. I was just so floored. And today we're 7 out of 7. Every single Quantanium rock we found has been scannable. Every rock we found in the Iron Halo today scanned. So far. Every single one of them. I won't know how to mine with scannable rocks. Time to knock it down. Exactly. We won't. It's just like, holy mackerel. Everything scans. You get a scan and you get a scan. Found a feisty rock earlier today. 8367. 49.9. Silas. That is a monstrosity of a rock. That's an 80 SCU rock. That's awesome. In 317.5, I got very picky and just mine rocks 30% and above. Nothing wrong with that, for sure. I definitely am, I like it when it's north of 22 or 23% myself. Plus, the rental companies are not against a bit of fly tipping. Yeah, you're not wrong. Doing a great job. Help us so much. A real time saver. Oh, it's so much fun. Thank you, Cobra. I appreciate that. And as 319 comes online, you guys, I'm going to be doing a really big deep dive into the mining changes. So we just got into the optimal. Just keeping an eye on it. It's going to bounce in and out of there a little bit. This is Quantanium. And I'm going to keep an eye on it. I don't want it to get too crazy. It can... we're just going to work our way. We're going to feather the laser intensity back and forth to kind of just make sure we're not jumping up into the overcharge. I had to drop down to 22%. Now it's diving a bit. And I'm going to just hold it around 40% or so now from here on out and just kind of feather back and forth. This looks like it's going to be a pretty clean break. And good stuff. We'll back away, let it break. Tripper says the only wild card is what I will transfer to the PTU to... Well, exactly what's going to transfer. You're not wrong, Tripper. Aosha says they may be doing a test on Prospector Nerf or multiple Prospector. Yep, you're not wrong there. 83 and some, so happy thing. Yeah, nice. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to get our, scan everything and look at the purity here. This is going to have nothing in it, which is great. That's always a good sign when you have rocks that have nothing in it. That means that the other stuff is concentrated. Hopefully, this is also going to have nothing in it. That's great. So 2 right off the bat with nothing in it. By the way, one of the side products in this is borate, and that's always a good thing too. If you pick up an SCU borate. Third one, nothing in it. That's really great. So we're going to have some pretty good concentrated stuff here, I think. That one in it has, wow, that's pretty crazy. This broke really clean, I think. Especially if this is a 2 break. That's an 827 at 80%. This is going to have to be at about 100%, I think, in my mind. 709 at 100%. So there's 14 SCU right there. And 80% of that, so yeah. And I don't think there's nothing in the rest of the stuff, so it's only a 2 break scoop, which is fantastic. We'll break this 80%er first. One of the great things about Stardust is you can invent your own lore. You're not wrong about that, Ramon. And I love the open-ended nature of it. I don't have to necessarily have all their backstory. Now that we're going to get detachable items from ships, I'm going to be very sad if Drake ships will not get some kind of parts falling off randomly in the change. You're not wrong. That's actually pretty funny. This is just random trouble. All right, we're gonna get this. Now you know me. In order to keep myself alive and to be able to monitor chat, I'll prop Brants all day long. I have no problem with it. Brants just make this process incredibly easier, especially now that things are a little. Once you're inside the green optimal window, things are a little more. There's a different level of instability than there used to be. It seems like inside the optimal window. All right, let's pop it back up to 11. Keep this guy running here. We're almost through. We're going to get this guy popped. We're going to move on to the next one. The Firefly tune. That was awesome. Funny, I clapped 100%. All right. All right, so that guy's busted. Let's get down here. I definitely only have about 5 seconds or so to get it up into the green window. I'm not going to make it quite close.
Warning, power critical.
I just barely got into that, but I had already dropped the laser down to 0%. So we're going to be fine. And I'm just going to feather it back and forth here. Most of this I'll be able to have. Most of this I'll have the brand. The brand's got about 10 seconds left. I'm a leaf on the wind. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. All right, this is about to get a little more jumpy here. This last bit of it. Keeping an eye on it. Fell out. I pushed it back to 8. Don't fall out too much. I could fire another Brant if I wanted to, which I really don't. Looks like we're holding strong with 6. It fell out. I bumped it back up. Oh, I got it. Just at the very end, I popped it a bit. But it looks like it's going to cook out just fine. All right. Now that's 100%er. Let's hopefully we're not cooking. There we go. Good. Stampedes would be, they're all going to have their uses, but all that stuff's going to change here, as we all know. And it's going to be interesting to see how that goes. One pump chump. Especially how Drake is. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Dirty Deeds under cheap. Exactly, for sure. All right, this is going to be a solid 14 SCU, this bottom rock. And then the other rock is going to be, we're going to be in the high 20s. So, it broke very clean. Alrighty, and then let's go ahead and kind of get... One of these rocks is not 100%. But not this one. This coffee is fantastic. Really appreciate the subs today. Really appreciate the memberships today. The coffee money as well. It's super appreciated, you guys. I can't thank you enough. You're so kind to me. I only have Drake ships now. I'm looking forward to the Misk Fury. I want to know what's going on with that ship. All right, what do we got here? This could be 6 SCU, the good stuff. It's a 40-some percenter. All right, so that's it. That's the last of it that's going to be in there. 40%, 120. So there's going to be a couple SCU in there. So we're going to be over 25 SCU, maybe close to 26. We're over 26, pushing 27. We're just shy of 27 SCU. Excellent run. Let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and switch over to sticks. I'm going to spool up the quantum drive and off we go. So that was 7 out of 7 of the Quantanium rocks we located, they all scanned. So this is the second server. I would say that this is a thing. There's no guarantee it's going to carry over when 3.18.2 goes live, but I sure hope that it does. Misk Fury and the Bezos rocket. There you go. That's funny, hey, Ocean. Buccaneer loaner is great fun. Buccaneers are great fun. They definitely have a lot of firepower. It's a very interesting ship to. Very interesting ship. Definition of a glass cannon. So, we'll bring this guy in, and we'll, now, the one thing I will pre-warn you, ARC-L4, the refinery elevators are still not working, so we may have to go back to menus and back in or something, but and that's okay. We'll figure it out. Speaking of sticks, which ones am I rocking? I rock the VKB Gladiators, the premiums. And I have two systems now. I have a 1440p system and a 4K system. And I've been considering buying a second set of them. I mean, there are times when I jump over on that other system and I'm like, oh, I have to fly mouse and keyboard over here. I hate it. But this next time when I order them, I think I'm going to order like the left stick that's kind of slanted off. It's tilted. I think that's the one I'm going to order for the throttle, just to see if I like it better. Because right now I have the two stand-up sticks. I think these things are fantastic. Now I also do have the T16000 with the stick in the throttle. I bought that for Elite Dangerous back in the day. But these VKBs, when I ordered them, I was really debating with myself between Virpils and these, and I thought, you know what, these things are 1/3 the price. I think it was like a little over $350 with shipping for these two premium sticks. And I got them, and I bought like extra springs and all sorts of. I haven't needed them. These things have been on my desks now almost a year, from like the day I plugged them in. They still feel good. They don't feel beat up or used. I mean, they're just great sticks. I can't say enough about them. I've just had nothing but good luck with them. I tried the Vulture on PTU. Didn't like the cargo stock every 2 boxes. Yeah, I understand that, Stone, for sure. I wish they would have just did some kind of a mining elevator or something differently with that. VKBs are amazing. T16s are good, but lack the build quality. Exactly. That's exactly right, Silas. Has there been any info as when the Vulture will be available to buy in game? I hope 319. I'll be honest with you. That's only fair. Can we get a survey? I'm looking for sticks right now. You know what? I'm telling you, the VKBs are the way to go. Check out VKB Gladiator premiums, left and right Hosas. You will not go wrong. Now, if you want something that's going to be, even more premium than that, then you can go with the Virpils. But I'm telling you, the VKBs are the way to go. And I did a ton of research on it. I'm not normally, you should get these or that confident about something. These are great sticks, truly. Good joysticks there, easy to calibrate, plus last forever. Yeah, my next pledge will be also Drake. I'm caught between the Buccaneer and the Plan. Oh, wow. I just ordered dual VKBs, including the Omni stick. Yes, that's exactly what I want to get the Omni stick, I think, for the next set. I mean, they're so good, I'm thinking about ordering the second set. That's basically... Yes, that's exactly right, Matt. I was the same way. I would love to have the Virpils, too, but by the time, $1,200 by the time you have mounts, no way, man. And I'm telling you, in my mind, I said to myself, if for some reason these VKBs just don't cut it, then I will... Well, I'm kind of a ways away still. That's weird. Why am I so far away? But I'm too... Well, this is going to be interesting. I wound up 24 kilometers away. I'm going to have to come in hot. VKB... The VKBs are, they're still pricey. I mean, you're still paying close to $200 a stick or whatever, but they're really, really nice sticks. I mean, they really are. Hold up, so if you want options, just saying. Oh yeah, and then there is the space. I don't disagree with that. That like the 3D mouse or whatever. All right, hold on, I'm gonna flip over here. All right, where are we? All right, then we'll flip back over. There we go. I had to slow down just a touch. All right, drop my gear, drop my VTOLs. I think I called for a landing.
Landing gear down.
See, I don't have a different QD drive at all, Hamma. I just, this is the PTU, and I just grabbed, my prospectors and headed over to ARC-L1. I grabbed some Brants off of Lordville, and I just, you know, threw on a Lancet. I'm very vanilla, no upgrades at all. And it's just like, because, you know, like I have to kind of constantly, you know, get reset. So, you know, I just kind of grab the vanilla set and head out. I definitely don't have any extra drive. We still have not heard first alarm yet, though, so we're in pretty good shape. You know, we're just going to go ahead and I'm going to move. I like landing in these littler ones here, like using like this method, going in like on an angle. I tend to find that I don't hit the sides as much when I go in on that angle. And then I just kind of roll or, you know, roll it port side as I'm on my way down. Beautiful. Still have not heard first alarm, but I have a feeling when we get inside, we will. Yep, there's first alarm now. Let's do a post-flight. So we're going to go ahead and repair and get our, you know, our refuel everything and do our post-flight there. We're going to kill the engines and back out. Here we go. All right, never had luck with the Z-Axis guys. I've owned 3 different ones. What are you talking about, Griff, for the Z-Axis and what? Just remember your VTOLs will go and slow down the XL momentum. But yeah, exactly. The VTOLs will definitely slow you down. My Logitech 3D Pro is years old and still working. Yeah, those are good. I had, remember those old flight sticks too by CHS way back in the day. I had a couple of those. Way long time ago, like a white base with a black stick. And then I've had the Thrustmaster, the T-16,000 is what I flew for Elite. Well, they had those ones that were like specifically made with the Elite colors. And I had that, you know, have that still.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval.
Oh, on the T-16,000, yeah. And the one thing I will say is I'm hard on. I mean, I put a lot of weight on my, you know, my sticks are not necessarily mounted in the most, you know, I don't have them like low or anything. They're up on the desk, and I put a lot of heat on these things. A lot of, you know, I lean against them pretty hard, and they've been very durable. Bite, well, welcome to the channel. Not a name I recognize. Missed the mining run. Darn, I'm going back out, Bite. And, you know, and you can always go back and watch and no problem. But, yeah, no, I'm going to go ahead and put this in the hopper. And we're going to head right back out there and do a second run for sure. The X52, I already had multiple surgeries to resolder the wiring. Might have been better off, better quality, build quality on the 3D Pro, truly. Are you using Surgeon Stampede? No, for the... Aaron Halo, the max size rock is 5122, which means I can just use the Lancet and Brants. You don't need any. The rock sizes are all manageable by the later laser that's best suited to mine Quantanium. If you do like moon stuff, like if you go to like the moon or planet surfaces, that's when the rocks get bigger, where you need something, where you need a little more oomph. Oh, I should probably go up to the refinery first. Let's go do that. And let's get this offloaded here. Hey, Moon, how's it going, man? Nice to see you. All right, we'll go ahead and grab this prospector. Set up a work order. It's one of these prospectors. This guy here. And we are going to use, in this particular case, I'll just go with the Pharaon Exchange and get a quote on that and confirm. And that is a 25 SEU in the hopper. That's a pretty good run right there. Let's go ahead and I'm going to go down here. I'm going to grab a drink. Moon, how you been? It's nice to see you, for sure. All right, let's go ahead and also play M&K joysticks for DCS. Yeah. Everybody's giving Moon a happy salute. That's awesome. All right, hopefully Chris Bates isn't around. He wouldn't. He would catch me. Would catch me littering. Having some issues cracking rocks on Lear. Yes, well that's the thing, right? One of the reasons, you know, there's upside to go to the Aaron Halo, and one of the upsides to going to the Aaron Halo is you're never going to find a rock that you can't crack. The maximum size rocks that you find there are 5122, and every one of those can be cracked by the Brant. Also, the Aaron Halo, you have some anonymity. Also, the Aaron Halo, none of the rocks sink down into the geometry. So when you break rocks, they don't sink into the geometry, you know, so you can get everything. Now, Lyria, of course, you know, if you're group mining or whatever, you can come across these bigger rocks. It's awesome. So here's, you know, this hasn't been fixed yet, you guys, and I'm just going to show you this. Like, I can't hear, you know, like these just don't work still. So we've got to go back to menus. I think that's the way that I'm going to do it this time. And part, I guess, is just go back to menus. I could kill myself or I could go back to menus. In this case, I think I'm going to exit to menu. And we'll just kind of come back into the game after that. Johan says, good job on littering. PES has to be tested, right? That's exactly right, Johan. That's what I've been saying, you know. So I'm just going right back into the game. I don't like to have to do that, but I don't like the fact that I don't like killing my own character to get upstairs. I'd rather go back to menus and doing good here. Just been working the reclaimer lately. I'm glad that the elevator is working right now. Yeah, that's awesome, Moon. I mean, the one thing that has been, you know, that's been a really nice introduction to 318 is the reclaimer mining, and is that we have another ship that has such a wonderful. You know, you can have lots of fun on it with other people, which is great. Hey, 35 likes already, you guys. That's fantastic. Thank you so much. We've had lots of new faces today already. We've had some subscriptions today. We've had some donations today. We've really been blessed. I can't thank you enough. So blessed with that stuff. So just want to keep saying thanks because I really mean that it's wonderful. All right, so I probably didn't mention Xenothreat is happening on the PTU or whatever, which actually is kind of interesting because the good news is I think that tests us, right, that even more server resources are being utilized during this time. So it's just once again kind of just validation that this is the way things are. It's not necessarily that because the server's in good shape, you know, or whatever, because you know it's handling the extra stuff. JT says, I'm an outsider looking in, but I can't help but think a couple stairwells would be awesome. You know, JT, you're not wrong. And that's one of the things that makes Alisar such a good station, you know, because you would think that there would be, yes, a stairwell would be great if the elevators don't work. And so, but I will say that, you know, this is, you know, I'm in the test version of the alpha test, you know. So anyways, let's do a pre-flight here and let's take a look at where we're at. I just want to make sure we're selecting the right ship. Everything's still looking groovy on it. All right, same Prospector there. We are still Lancet and Brance, Prospector 1. We'll go ahead and pull that guy. We'll head back out to the air in Halo at least one more time. Typing is hard. Yeah, exactly. And yeah, get this guy. We'll get the Prospect. We're heading back out to the Halo at least one more time, and then we'll talk about whatever else we want to do today. If there's anything we want to test. Now, there was I think someone asked, and I'm sorry I forget who, but somebody had asked if I would stop about 5,000 from the next rocks that I think are Quantanium, and maybe try several different long scans to try and get them to show the type from a distance, and I will do that for sure. We'll get under 5,000 and do that. Hangar 2. They would, but distance between the main body of the station refinery is like 2 km, kind of a long way to jog. Yeah, still, even escalators, something that you know, physically you could run through if you needed to, right? Kind of like that train station between Stormwind and you know, and the dwarf capital. So I've been messing around with, I don't know if you guys got, a couple of weekends ago I played Diablo 4. Really liked that game. I thought it was fun. And I am going to mention to you guys, I've spoken to a content creator. He's he makes some content for World of Tanks, and him and I are going to do a cross collaboration one of these days. His name is Bruce, German content creator, really nice guy. And I'm going to kind of be, I think, maybe a guest on his channel. So I'm going to stream it one time when I'm kind of a guest on his channel type of thing. And we're going to drive around some tanks, and then I'm going to try and drag him into Star Citizen. And see if I can't get him to come mole mining with me or something like that. Yeah, D4 was, I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun, Astro, for sure. I thought it was just a blast. I definitely will be spending some time playing a little Diablo 4. Nothing wrong with it. Oh, Griff thought it sucked. Oh, no, Griff. I thought it was fun. I enjoyed it. So that's funny. Griff's like, it sucks. It is funny how we all can look at everybody looks at a car accident and has a different, and that's just nature. Nothing wrong with that. I certainly am not threatened, by anybody else's opinion or whatever, but it is just funny how we have those, it's like, I thought it was great. But then there's a lot of people who really are on your side, Grift. I mean, the community especially, they thought it was terrible. I thought it was actually fun. I think maybe it's because, like, the graphics are so much updated. There's something about it I just dug. I mean, I thought it was fun. So anyways, we're going to hit this. We're going to drop out at 6.8. We're going to go right back to work mining. And so, yeah. Anyways, I just thought I'd mention that. I'm really excited. He's a small content creator for World of Tanks. I'm a small content creator for, for Star Citizen. And we thought we'd do a cross collab. And we'll probably get that going in sometime in a couple weeks. I'm trying to learn how to do light tanks in World of Tanks, which are very unforgiving. Like if you make a mistake, you just get immediately destroyed. But if you don't, you can actually help your team out quite a bit. So it's a hard gameplay loop. All right, we're gonna drop out here 6.8. Now that doesn't mean, listen, Star Citizen's you guys know this. Star Citizen's my jam. I haven't been playing a lot of 3.18 because in my mind, I figured they were gonna do a wipe. Now I thought they were gonna do a wipe for a different reason. I thought they were gonna do a wipe because 3.19 is changing everything. So I didn't want to get too crazy into 3.18. Just because I wanted to have a couple million on me so I could, do whatever, but. I didn't even grind out the C2 in 3.18, and I normally would do that right off the bat. Any chance you can do a trip to Halo with a mole? Because mole mining changes. I don't have the mole prepared, but maybe at the end of this, Clive, we'll see how much time we have, and maybe I will run the mole over to HURL1 and grab what we need and just go do a little solo mole mining. I would be open to it. Let's see how this run goes, though. I'm looking forward to Throne and Liberty. Oh, yeah, son. I think that looks like that's going to be a great game. I heard Chunks is the ocean. On the outside, looking at maybe when apply everywhere when buttons work down. Hopefully, legs do too. Yeah, you're not wrong. The open world feel I like Ant House. The dungeons are very choppy paced. The items look much slacked. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, they got a long way to go, Drift. I don't disagree with that, but I just thought it was I like the storyline. I thought it was dark, which is good. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I just enjoyed it. You excited for the mining change? Oh, Duke, I could not be more excited for those changes. We're going to drop out at 6.6 here. No problem, Clive. 6. Boom. All right, so let's go ahead and first thing we do, we always want to have, a quantum beacon to face. That way, and then I always switch from sticks to mouse and keyboard at this point. And kind of get this ready. Right off the bat, it's like every time I come... look at all the salvage just pop up, you guys. It's just the longer we sit here, the more of it just kind of just appears on the screen. Salvage is everywhere. Holy crap! Look at it all. It just makes me laugh. I mean, like I said, it's tuned up for sure. Salvage is back. So anyways, there's a 17 hundo right there. All right, 17 hundo there. 17 hundo there. 34 right there. Let's go ahead and I'll do a collapse ping on this 34 and we'll approach these guys. Probably not Quantanium based on their spread, but let's take a look. Maybe I'm pretty close to them too. The graphics and gameplay are pretty good though for D4, the skill tree. Yeah, you're not wrong there. But I mean, I don't know that you're getting a full look at everything either. This does not appear to be Quantanium, and it doesn't surprise me because I can drive right between the two of them. They were not close together is what I'm saying. So, all right. So we're back out to do a 45 ping. Look at all the salvage, by the way. That 45 ping is like a 45 angle ping. There's a 15,300. That is a massive Quantanium cluster. Now, why do I know this is Quantanium? Because how tight I would be surprised if it's not, because look how tight the grouping was when on the diamond icons. You can see the diamond icons. Look how tight. I mean, it's just too tight of a grouping for it not to be Quantanium. So this is going to be a lot of Quantanium rocks. Oh, do I need to slow down? Big time. Oh, I got Sion. Yeah, ooh, slow down. All right. I accidentally hit C. All right, so we're off to the races here. Beautiful Quantanium. Here, I just want to trim my velocity back to reasonable, not that we're around these rocks. I don't want to make a mistake. And then I am going to now turn the mining laser back on, and we're going to go ahead and start getting some scan results here.
Mining mode on.
Ramon says the double white coming in 318 and 1 and 2 are meant to reset everything. Yeah, that's exactly right. They just need a hard reset. There's been so many like 30Ks, 40, whatever, all the different kinds of error messages that they've had, all the different types of data corruption they've had, all the different exploits that we've seen. They just need to get everything back. And I honestly think that we should expect hard resets from here on out. Hey, Peter, how you doing? Hope I'm well. Yeah, I'm doing really well. Thank you, sir. That's a 2%er so far. That's a 2%er, right? And this is a 2%er here. So some blue caps. We still have quite a few rocks to look at. Let's go ahead and take a look at this guy. This is going to be an awesome rock right here. That's a 51 22 by 30. Great rock. Let's go ahead and that's definitely a mineable rock. Let's see if we can do better than that. Okay, this is not going to be a good rock. This is going to be a blue cap. Yep, that's a 2%er. Got 4 more to scan. If I get out of the quantum in the halo, I first scan 1 round in the flight direction before changing it. I got surprised with a very good rock. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Normally, like, I just want to have the sun at my back. You know, that's the most important thing is that I no way near the sun. So this is not a great rock either, a 2%er. Got 2 more to scan here. Crossing our fingers that we can do better than a 5130. Okay, that's a 3%er there. So last but not least on the, in this cluster. All right, you guys, interesting stuff. So I think it was this rock over here, down here then? This guy? Yeah, it's this guy down here. So we're going to have to kind of work our way. I'm going to interestingly kind of spin around here a little bit. I think I'm actually going to come in from below a little. That way I know that if there's really nothing behind me, I'm kind of approaching them at the best possible angle where I can get a little bit of dark. I want some contrast for sure. Good. This is a good approach. All right. I'm going to hold down G, bust the laser free. I am at a good range here. We'll fire it up and get it busted. All right. So second rock we found here. And obviously everything, the good news is everything has been scannable, 100% scannable. And so that's just such a wonderful difference, you guys. It just makes the Aaron Halo so much funner that every rock that you run across is scannable. It was approaching 45 minutes to an hour to find things to mine before, which was significantly, it really was taking the fun out of it. I don't expect to fly out here, every single time in 10 minutes and find rocks to mine. But, 45 minutes or an hour was a long wait. Hey, by the way, 40 likes, lots of new faces today. Lots of new subs. Definitely, we had some have had some great donations. Thank you guys. This is awesome. I love it. And this is, we're doing really well. So I think, it was Clive who's asked, I think when we get done here, I will have the mole delivered. It's either that or I'll fly and pick up the mole because maybe I'll put the paint job on it. Then we'll take it over to HRL2. We'll buy Lancet size 2s. While I'm in Loreville, we will buy enough Brants for it, if I can afford that many, and we'll go from there. So we'll come out and do a little solo mole mining for one run. It'll take a little while to get there though, because the mole's not ready. So that's what we'll do for some fun today. All right, we're just about to get into the green here. And, yeah, like I said, the Aaron Halo, it's great. We are in good shape. Alrighty here. Get a little, can agitate a little bit, get her to go. Let's get a jump up in that green. All right, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So, how far, when is, do we know when, is there an official date for Invictus this year? Ain't the mole the one with the elevator? Oh, I don't know. Maybe it does have an elevator issue. I guess I don't know that. We'll find out. We will have, at least we will have had 2 successful prospector runs at that point, Ramoyne. So if we hit a snag, we hit a snag. But I don't know. That's a good question. It very well could. Oh, Schlag says that's the raft. I definitely know the raft has had elevator issues for sure. I thought they had fixed those, but that was the crazy thing about the raft. For the longest time, it was unusable. Oh, Peter Oten says the mole, huh? The mole is okay. Okay, well that's good. 37%, and it still wants to kind of climb up in there. Isn't that funny? Down to 30 now. It still wants to try and push up into the red at 30%. All right, I dropped it down to 23. It's fallen out, but I think we got a good break here. All right, let's see what kind of concentration we get. Okay, that's nothing. That's a good sign. What about that guy? That's also nothing. Very good sign. What about that guy? This is also nothing. Very, very good sign. So far, very clean break. Those first 3 on the starboard side. This one also has nothing. Holy mackerel, it's all going to be in these 2 rocks. 2 very clean breaks. Wow. That's going to be 86 SCU. That's and this has got to be probably fairly pure too. Grignac says reclaimer question mark. Always expect to wipe that way. Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. This is 14 SCU, the good stuff. Grignac, reclaimer question mark. Was that directed at somebody, or how are you doing today? Nice to see you. Welcome to the channel. That's 14 SCU, the good stuff, and this is pretty darn close to that. So we'll break this one first, right? Because it's the lower percentage at 86. We will lean on some Brants here. See, I wanted to get grumpy there, but I rolled back just in time. All right. 11% seems to be a little bit too hot. 6, it seems to be holding it right in there. Looking good this first break so far. We're 60% of the way through it. I also did some solo salvage in the reclaimer last night on the PTU. I would expect they dumb it down, scrap a bit. It's all over the place in 318 PTU. Oh, elevator broken in the reclaimer. Yeah, no, I think that thing has been back and forth. It's been fixed and then it's not fixed. But I think right now, the last I heard that it's fixed. Need to drop off. Thanks for the stream. Oh, Silas, thanks, man. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. It's nice to see you, sir. Take care of yourself. All right, we're almost there. We're almost there. Dropped it in. Perfect. Cool. All right, so we're going to be pretty close to breaking this guy also in the same branch charge. It's going to, the last few seconds will be a bit of a rodeo, but we should be able to hang on. Okay. Oh, she jumped up big time there all of a sudden. Now it's trying to fall out at 4%. Ah, we managed to keep it in at 6. Yep, the last few seconds are going to be a bit of a rodeo here, but I think we got it. Fantastic. Nice. Oddball currently fixing 318 too. All right, so I got extraction mode kick in. All right, yep, and here we go. So fun. The rocks are actually bumping into each other. That's kind of interesting. I like that. Don't see that much. All right, this should be a really halfway decent run here, and our second one, in fairly quickly. So found this really nice cluster of of 8 rocks, I think. 8 or 9. Okay, hold on. We're just getting purples here. Mastodon says 319 was a plan for Invictus, which is at the end of... Yeah! It's nice to see you today, Mass. How you doing, sir? Hi, brother. That's awesome. So this morning, 18 PTU, I was in the Halo with the Reclaimer and 0 wrecks were spawning. Wow! I mean, there's so many wrecks here. It's crazy in 318.2 PTU. I mean, they're everywhere over this way. One thing to be careful of with the Reclaimer, make sure it's on the habitation deck when you store it. Oh, interesting. If not, it will get stuck. Oh, that's... Oh, I see. So you have to have it in a certain place. That makes sense. 19 SCU and 3 rocks to scoop here. Okay, that's a 50%er. The Reclaimer elevator, that is. That makes sense, Moon. That's great. That's a good tip to know to have it in a certain place. That's a hundo right there. That's going to be a couple more SCU. I said hi earlier. I had to hop off and now back on. I missed you. Sorry, man. I'm so excited, dude. Every rock is scannable in the air in Halo. I mean, I just could not be... Oh, it's been such a jam. Here's 5 more SCU, you guys, of the good stuff. So we're going to go ahead and pull this on board. We're north of 27. All right. And I just want to double check that there's not another purple before I begin going after this 50%er. Make sure there's no other rock over this way. There's not. All right. All right, this 50%er, is this the last of the Mohicans here? This will get us some trash, and this will get us some, up around the... All right, we're not doing bad. We're 29 SCU. Almost 30 SCU. All right, we're pull the mining laser back. We're going to switch back over to
Mining mode off.
To sticks, roll over. We're going to spool up and on, off we go. That's awesome, Bite. Well, how are you transporting all the refined quant? With the Constellation Taurus, Bite. So that's my favorite ship right now to haul with is the Constellation Taurus. But that's not what you do, right? So you take it back to the refinery, and then it refines over a period of time, and then it becomes refined Quantanium, and then you use the terminal to then transfer to one of your cargo ships. Now, the nice thing about the Prospector is I can haul anything. I can haul 1-to-1s, which means like 1 load of Quantanium on a Cutlass Black, because that can hold up to 46 SCU. I could do, something like 2 loads on a Freelancer. I could do like 3 loads in like an Andromeda or a Raft. Right now, because it's 318's kind of the quote-unquote piracy patch, I am recommending kind of staying away from kind of the pure cargo haulers, like the Hull A or the Raft, things that say, or the Freelancer Max, things that say, hey, I'm 100%. I am recommending that you're using a little more combat-orientated hauler, like an Andromeda, or an MSR that can run, or the Constellation Taurus, which is a lot like an Andromeda, but it has 174 SCU. So Mastodon says, I'm thinking that they may give us a stipend for the trouble. They probably will, Mash. You're not wrong. If you don't have a cargo ship, you can rent one, too. That's another good point. You can rent one. But you can actually rent the Andromeda. That's a ship that you can rent. So... yeah, there's not the Andromeda because it can haul 96 SCU and it's a super powerful gunship. Especially if you have a couple buddies on board that can, grab a turret or use the snub. Holy mackerel, that's a very formidable ship. It's not a ship that you should take lightly with the 2 size 5, 2 size 4s. And Fat Free is not wrong. By the way, Fat, welcome to the channel, not a name I recognize. Nice to see you. Fat Fee says, lag quantum jump. I mean, you can definitely, do zigzag jumping, do some kind of, don't do a lot of straight jumping. Goal is to buy one for 318.2 is live, but I got to rent a ship for the first few hauls. Nothing wrong with that. You can run a Cutlass Black and do 1-to-1s. The cool thing about that is, Bite, is if for some reason you happen to be shot down in your Cutlass Black, the most you were hauling was 46 SCU. It's not like you're going to suffer a tremendous loss of like 100 SCU or something. If they want to be on time for 319 for Invictus, they better be quick. They've gotten themselves in some... You're not wrong, Ramoy, they're a bit over their skis with all that. A stipend would definitely be appreciated as long as it's a sensible amount. I agree with that 100%. A little bit of AUC to kind of kickstart it would be fine. Although I will say, and I don't know if this is a popular opinion, I do hope one of these starts that we start out with like 20,000. You know, just whatever that bare minimum amount. You know what I mean? Exactly. I don't want to spawn in with 50 million either. I wouldn't want to. There's just nothing to do at that point. You know, it's like part of the game is actually a little bit of a sense of accomplishment for, for earning stuff. Best would be a fully manned Carrack for hauling. Oh, that's nothing wrong with that, Ham. It's not wrong. A fully crewed Carrack would also be a very formidable hauling ship. Not wrong at all. 41 likes, you guys. Awesome. Some new subs today. Just, oh my stars, I'm loving it. 318.2 will start. Oh, 2.5 million. Johan. Wow, that's a healthy chunk. But you're probably not wrong. I mean, a lot of that, somebody could then put into a ship to get going right off the bat. So a mill or two wouldn't be bad. Even if it was 500,000, I think that would be fine. I truly think that would probably be enough. But yeah, if it was 1 million, that'd be fine. Enough for a prospector. There you go. I like that idea. Enough for a prospector, and if they sold the vulture too, that'd be awesome. Hey, Drac, nice to see you. I kind of went to mess up. Didn't mess up. 30 million, they miscalculated. 2.5 million would be great. That'd be pretty crazy. I'm gonna drop the gear, lower the VTOLs on the approach here, and we're gonna bring this bad boy in. Still have not heard first alarm. We're in great shape. And we're going to do some solo mole mining after this. But that's going to take a hot minute to get that thing ready to go. All right, so I'm calling for landing. Going to roll back the velocity. We're coming on in here. I'm expecting to get
please proceed to assigned landing bay.
My assigned landing bay. All right. We'll go ahead and... line her up here. Like I said, I like this angled approach because I just don't seem to hit the sides anymore when I do that. Oops, that's not a great landing. Oh no! I hit way too hard. Drac! Drac's gonna love that. Drac, I could have blown my ship up, man. What was I doing? I lost my concentration there. That's so funny. That was a horrible landing. Guys, don't land like that. Do yourself a favor. Save your Quantanium. Oh, that was ridiculous. Oh, coming in hot. All right, hopefully this thing will even recognize that it's on the pad because I'm way over there. We'll find out. Streams is like a boom. You're not wrong. Holy man. That was some sad flying right there. Oh my goodness gracious. And like I said, I don't. Maybe I've even got to move this thing. Is it going to even recognize that it's on the pad? I was about as far over as you could go. Hopefully, yeah. Oh, it did. I'll call that lucky. We'll take luck. That was lucky. All right, that was funny. Terrible landing. Stuck the landing. Definitely stuck the landing. Oh, that's so funny. All right. Oh, you know what? I'll do it. It won't take long. I was going to say I should deliver the... try to keep it on the pad, not the curb. Yeah, definitely. Oh, man. That was just horrible. Yeah, I've seen someone land so hard they bounced and exploded. Yeah. No, and I very well could have made the it would not have surprised me if the Quantanium would have went full orange there and blew me up. I would have deserved it. I mean, Yeah, if I could have scraped the side more, they might have impounded it. You're not wrong, Johan. Inheritance. Yeah, there you go. Finally completed, so looking at... Oh, Inheritance deal finally completed, so looking at video cards, thinking of a Radeon 5500. I need suggestions for EasyFly pledge ship that can load an ROC. Ooh. So Star Streams is on here. Streams Drac is now going to be a new Star Citizen. He's been around for Elite Dangerous for a minute. It sounds like he's starting to focus now on what video cards and stuff. Star Streams, what is the best ROC ship for a beginner? What's your thoughts on that? If you were a beginning guy and you wanted to rock mine, what ship would you recommend that they get? The first one out of the gate. They just want to be a rock miner. You've got an expert on board. Let's go ahead and ask the expert. Because that's a great question. I know the one that I like, and I know that Starstreams doesn't like it. So
Hey,
that's what I defer to him.
Finding everything all right?
Cutlass Black. Ooh, that's a good choice. Now nothing wrong with the Cutlass Black. Cutlass Black's a great all-arounder. It fits it just fine. I like it, Mass. What do you think, community? We'll let Star say what, if Star's around, we'll let Star say what Star wants too. Cutlass from Grig, okay. Nomad is the cheapest. Cutlass is better in that price range. I don't disagree with that. Oh, Cal Killer says Cuddy. We got a lot of Cuddy. Cuddy Black, Clive, Cuddy Black. You just can't go wrong with that ship. I agree with it 100%. There's just a lot of win in the Cutlass Black. Look, GPU more like the 8 GB of VRAM. I would recommend... I am also somebody who I like the Nomad a lot for. I think this it's kind of like the space truck. I'm a big fan of the Nomad for it, but not everybody is, right? Oh, easy load and unload. It's you're not going to find something easier than the. You're not going to find something easier than the Nomad. And I guess, Drac, the other thing, you're a big Elite Dangerous fan. The Nomad's very much looks like an Elite Dangerous style ship. So, are there Lancet size 2s here? I don't think there are. Knowing what we're up to next. Nope. And there are definitely not Brants here, right? So, we've got to kind of plan for what we need to do now. Because we're taking the mole out, you guys. So, I think what we're going to do is we're going to fly to Lorville. I'm going to buy 9 Brants. How much money do I have, actually? Oh, 900,000. Okay, good. All right, we're going to go to menus because that's the only way out of here. So we're going to exit the menu. We're going to log back in. I'm going to pull a ship. We're going to head over to No, I don't even think I need to do that. I think I just need to head over to HURL2. Let me find out if HURL2 has Brants. I think it might. I'm just kind of curious. I'm going to Google this. URL2 or L1 Brant. Brant Star Citizen. Give me just a sec. I am looking here. Give me just a sec. Star Citizen Wiki. Okay, they're at Arc L1, Lorville, New Babbage. Yeah, it doesn't look like I can get one where I was hoping I could get one. No big deal.
I need combat pilots and anyone capable of.
I got my Cuddy Black, ROC Prospector Mole. Love the Mole. I have a Cuddy. Getting ROC in and out is difficult for me anymore. Yep. Is the Nomad rentable? It is rentable. Yeah, and you could try. That's a good point. You could try it out looking for a budget around $500 to buy a video card and an SC pledge. How much are 6800s going for right now? Like around a 6800. Oh boy. We're gonna. Oh, there it goes. Drac. Yeah, let me think about that, Drac, a little bit, because I think I forget how much a 6800s are going for. I would definitely, with that kind of a budget, be thinking about an AMD card, like a 6800 or something like that. I think would be good. I can't remember how much VRAM those have. But that's what comes to mind in that price range, is about a 6800. And those are, you know, that's a good 1440p car. Those are okay, for sure. All right, let's plan this out here. Let me think about how we want to do this. I know I need to have the mole, but there's no reason to fly the mole. I can have it delivered over to HURL1. But we do have to stop somewhere and pick up some brands. So hold on. Let's do this. I'm going to fly something fun, maybe, I thought. Oh, I'll just deliver this guy. This will be fine. I'll fly the medical Pisces. We'll wait for this guy to get delivered here. And it says en route.
Please visit us again. Goodbye. Welcome to the ASOP.
Let's see. I understand pretty much the same here at my end. I'm advising in the spirit of future-proofing. 8 gig. Yes, that's a... Ramoyne is not wrong, you guys. I have this 3070 in this particular system here. And it only has the 8 gig of RAM. And I'll show you something. That just to be careful, you know, just so we're all on the same page. Here, I'll show you here in just a sec.
Selected. Please visit us again.
What's going on? It's a little bit of server lag, it seems like. I selected my vehicle. Watch, you guys. Here, and this is what I mean. To tab this, R, tab, 4. Look, you can see my memory. If you look at along the upper right of my UI now, you can see all the numbers and stuff. And if you're looking at those numbers, you can see there are 2 of them that are red. And the ones that are red up in that area, those are actually my GPU memory. Notice I have a 3070 and it's got 8 gig of RAM, and look at it's red. And so you know, like I really think that you're, you know, Drac, I really think that you're probably going to be, you know, I don't know. Well, I'll look around afterwards. I just can't remember what the prices are. All right, we're going to go get a mole, you guys, and get that thing sorted out. Why is this? Oh,
Your vehicle has
there it is. It showed up finally. This server was acting a little laggy. I wonder if maybe it's a new guy. I don't know. Oh no, it's full. 94 folk. Hangar 2. Yeah, but I would think around a 6000 series, something 6000 series would be the best bang for your buck. An AMD. And I agree with Ramoyne. I think if you can get something with at least 10 gig of RAM, you'll do better in the long run. All right. All right, where are we going to fly first here? We'll fly over. I know HURL1 has the size 2 Lancets. Let's fly over there first. You can find deals, just brand new 6700 XT for $300. That would be fine. I think, Drac, is your monitor 1080p or is it 1440? Because if it's 1080p, there's a significant difference between those two cards. I mean, a 6700 XT is a much better video card. I think you would find that it just works better across the board. It's still within your $500 budget. The 4070s have come way down in price. I bought mine with a 3070 and then helped my son build his rig, and he got the 4070 for about $600. How much VRAM did that one have, Matt? Johan says more RAM isn't going to fix the memory leak. It's just going to fill up anyway. You're not wrong, Johan. I agree with that. I mean,
Takeoff complete.
Oh, I hadn't opened the doors yet. I wasn't going all the way up because I couldn't remember if I did or not. I wanted to look. And so we're gonna go get the stuff that we need. We're just gonna do we're gonna do a little solo moling today. So Clive asked, so we're gonna honor that wish. And I don't do that much of that stuff, so. All right, let's buzz out of here. All right, and let's buzz over here. We'll hit HURL1 first. I have a top of the red Devil 5600X I've just replaced, looking to get rid of. There you go.
Thank you. And please
I have a
visit
3070 laptop on my laptop. There is the memory not read all the time on stations, but on planets. Yep. See, and here's my memory's better, right? It's not in the red so much here. You know, but it definitely on stations it goes red. And I think, and that's because it gets closer to like 60, like the mid 60s. It gets over that threshold. So already 32 gig on a system RAM. No idea what my monitor is. It's just like a 32 inch. Well, it's either 1080p or it's 1440p. So your resolution is either 1920 by 1080 or what, 2560 by 1440. Not going to lie, the mole life is the only life for me. Duke, that's cool. I don't mind solo moling. I've done it a ton. I prefer when I mole mine that I have, bring a buddy or two and a couple of, hey, we have a couple of beers on a Friday night and go mole mine. I can't wait for the day where like around 7 at night, I can go out in my scout ship, mark finds 2 or 3 really nice rocks or whatever, 2 or 3 really nice clusters, and then, say, hey guys, let's meet together at 10 tonight, and then just go to those places that we already pre-marked. A 32-inch should be a 1440p, but there are some 1080ps. Yeah, I mean, there are 1080ps that look pixelated. So yeah, I honestly think, Drac, I do. If you have a $500 budget, I still think that the 6700 XT is got a lot more legs than the 50. I know it's a lot more expensive, but I do think that you'd have a better experience with that card. That's just my own opinion. But that doesn't mean, you make your decisions or whatever. But I still think that there's enough wiggle room for you to make your $500 budget of getting an upgraded video card that would allow you to play. And resolution on the system is limited by the video card, which is currently, yeah, there you go. But you can right click on and just look at what your desktop settings are, and it will tell you what resolution you're currently running at. You can just look at display settings and then go to the advanced settings if you have to. And it will tell you what, and refresh rate and some of that other stuff, is important. But, as long as you're happy, that's the most important thing. There are lots of 1080p monitors that look fantastic, as far as I'm concerned. It doesn't always have to be, the fanciest monitors in the world. I'm thinking of upgrading my Rogue Strix 2070 OC, which is 8 gig of VRAM, for either a 3060 or 3070. Now, there are 3060s, I think, Ramoyne, that have more than the 8 gig of RAM. 3070s, I think all of them have the 8 gig of RAM, right? There's like a 3060 that's a 12 gigger. I had to look it up. So that 4070 has 12 gig of VRAM, man. That's not bad. That's actually pretty good. That's better, for sure. I have a 7900 XTX in my other system, and that's got, quite a bit. Don't forget the SRAM 32 gig is yes, you're not wrong about that. System RAM for sure. Otherwise, the RSI website is telemetry for computer performance related to the game. Mind if I link that in chat? No, go ahead, dude. I don't mind. The telemetry is a nice thing, for sure. Mine has 8. Yep, that's the 3070s have 8. That's where I'm at, too. Although I've been telling you, I've been happy with this card. 1920 by 1080. So there you go, Drac. So, I mean, you're going to be fine. Yeah, that is a nice card. It sounds like a nice card. And I had a 1072, Johan, for a while. I started Star Citizen with a 1070. So I definitely know what you... Did I not click down to the station? Maybe I didn't. Let's double check. Oh, I didn't. Boom. No, you. Yeah, you. Cool. All right, we'll spool up and head on in. Yeah, I started with the 1070. Then I built the system with the 3070, and I've been playing 1440p. You can see I get what my FPS is. I play 1440p, just fine on my 3070. It's fine for 1440p, and I also will agree with Matt. I've had no problems with my 3070. It's been a great video card. I mean, it doesn't have a lot of coil whine. It's a pretty quiet card. You know what I mean? It's a good card. Boy, we're flying in. I'm coming in kind of hot here. Am I wrong? Is there a station out here? Oh, there it is. I was gonna say something is not drawn right. There we go. I felt like I was like, well, 3070 has been a good card. I'm okay with it. I do think that I'm gonna probably, look for something with a little more VRAM at some point. Down the road. I don't know though. I might just kind of wait for the next generations to come out as far as cards go. 1080p really was really wasted money. Anything over a 6600X here, 3060 won't get much more for a price increase. You're not necessarily wrong, ESR. I don't necessarily disagree with that. I think right now the sweet spot for, like, if I was just, I think the 6800s are, if you're gonna 1440p it, are a pretty good deal for what you get. I really think that that's a good card right now around the 6800. Hey, Relay, how you been, man? Nice to see you. FPS increase from 30 to 60 to 3080 was noticeable. Yeah, it would be. It definitely would be. Alrighty. Let's kind of keep it on the level here. I used to fly in these little ships. These are so much more nimble. That's great. Drop my gear, not ping.
Landing gear deployed.
Alright, bringing her in nice and steady. Okay. Good. Do a post-flight here. So we're going to get the mole all geared up. That's the goal here.
Engines offline.
Oh, I played for quite a while with the 1050 Ti. I hoped I could play for as long as with the 2070. And yeah, there's, hey, Relay says doing great. How's life? Life is fantastic, man. I can't have no complaints. It's going really well. Thank you for that. So, Drac, I like the Nomad, just so you know, for ROC mining. I really do. I think it's the space truck. That ROC goes in the back of that thing so easy. That's my recommendation for ROC mining for an opener. I have a prospector. Do you suggest getting the mole? No, I prefer solo mining in the prospector. Oh boy, have I found an elevator that doesn't? Oh, no, it does. I was going to say. If you ask, now, different people may feel differently that come to my channel, and I never begrudge anybody who's more ambitious than I am. I think it's a little tedious to solo a mole myself. It's a lot of back and forth between the, what's going on? Hold on, what's going on? Something's going on. We'll give it, sometimes, I've seen this happen before, and if you can just kind of wait it out. Something weird is happening. Okay. I've seen that before. All right.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
The FPS increased from 3060 to 30. Yeah, very noticeable. Johan's, I definitely see what you're saying there for sure. No, and yeah, like I said, Matt, for sure. I think I prefer soloing myself in the prospector. So I am going to actually set... open your Moby. That would have fixed that. Yep. Gotcha. I'm going to actually set my... That's that one, and that's that one. Where are the ones that you set for respawn here? Did I miss them? Those are the sales ones, and there's the check-in ones. Oh, that's weird. So you check in here. Oh, they're right here. I missed them. I'm going to set my imprint here just in case I have to go back to menus or whatever, and I don't want it to accidentally spawn me back at ArcL 4. I love the challenge of trying to fill my mole with Quant on my own. There's nothing wrong with that. Like I said, I never begrudge anybody who has more ambition than me, for sure. Because it's ambitious to go solo mole mining. It's a little more work. All right, so down to the refinery we go. That does sound like a challenge. I can't remember if there's brands here, but I know there's Lancet MH2s here. That's why we're here, is to buy Lancet MH2s for the mole. And if I'm going to kit the mole out, I'm going to kit it out, so. Now I'll stick brands on it for now, if I can. But I can't remember if they sell brands here or not, if I'm just being honest. I played before SC just Solitaire Minesweeper. I'm just happy buying the decision for my laptop. Now I was right on. I can play SC. There you go. That's a great attitude to have. So let's go land. Lancet MH2s. We're going to quick buy 3 of these guys. Okay. Okay. And okay. I don't remember there being Brants here, but I could be wrong. Nope, they're not. There's no Brants here. So that's a problem, right? That's the thing. You know, I was going to stop and pick some up. What about VAU seeds? Oh, there are those. What about a Reg? Alright, EG. Oh, and a Rieger C2. Huh. VAUX. I'm going to buy... I got to figure out how to get the... I'm going to have to figure out how to get them on the center laser. So this is going to be a little fun because I don't really know how to do that. And I'll buy a Rieger C2. That'll work fine. So we'll get our center laser set up. All right, let's see if we can get out of here and get back. Hopefully the elevators are working in this one. We don't know. Sometimes they work and sometimes they don't in stations. After 4 or 5 times of loading the ROC, the Nomad is a breeze. I agree with that 100%. The Nomad is a really good fit for the ROC in that capacity. Oh, yeah, they work here. Great. Oh, isn't that funny? The best I've done is 85 SCU in one trip. Clive, and that's the real thing, right? Mike L1 has Brants for sure. And I think, you know, I mean, I could go over to Arc L1 too. They'd have Brants. You know, I mean, there's places that have them. I think I'm going to try to put the VAUX to VAU, but I don't, how do you know which one's the middle laser? That's the thing that's so hard to figure out. So first of all, let me do this. We're going to deliver the mole.
To the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
All right, so we'll deliver this guy. Request delivery. And we'll wait. Plus, the Nomad has more cargo space than the Titan. You could do the odd trade run, yep. I just think, Drag, knowing you, I think that the Nomad... First of all, the Nomad is a throwback to Elite Dangerous ships. That's number one. You'll know what ship it looks like as soon as you look at the Nomad. It's definitely has an Elite Dangerous influence. It's the space pickup truck. I like the Nomad. I do. I happen to get the Corsair, and luckily it's great for the RC. Yeah, the Corsair is wonderful for that. For sure. Among other things, the Corsair's got a lot of utility. Alright, so here we go. We're going to pull the mole now. We're going to go here. Well, we're going to look at the mole anyways. And there's the mole. Utility, we're going to go ahead and remove this. And remove this. And remove this. And then we're going to add these. Here's Lancet. Here's Lancet. And here's Lancet. Alright, we'll save that. And the problem, like I said, the problem is I don't know which one of those areas to add the... you know, this will take a moment. I'll have to, like, put them on, go look at it, come back, put them on, go look at it, come back. So, alright, so let's go to... We'll go back and look again. Maybe we can get a picture. Maybe the picture will actually load. It did. I don't know if... Can you zoom in on that picture? Any way to do that? No. Is there any way to get it into a lighting where I can see anything with it? No. Alright, well, I was wondering if maybe... So, one of these... I'm going to put them in the middle one. I don't think this is right. So I'm going to put that one there. That one there. And that one there. And I'm going to hit save. And I'll go pull them all. Oh, slot 1, you're saying. Okay, you know better than me. Thank you. That's where I put them, was in slot 1. Slot 1 is the center laser. Okay, so I was guessing. It looked like I might have guessed okay. So because I couldn't get the brands, I'm just using 2 VAU XE3s and a Rieger C2. You know, that's because that's what's available here. I'll make that work. I can make that work. I know I can. When I mine. So we'll go with that, you guys. It'll be a little bit tricky inside the optimal, I won't lie, without the brands, but we'll make it work for our purposes. I'm glad you guys said, because I never know which one it is. So that's awesome. Thank you so much, some of you mole miners out there. So we're going to go solo mole mining now.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
We are going to pull the mole.
Vehicle selected.
And we will take this out to the Halo. Now, I could go to Lyria too, you guys. It's up to you. You can, by vote here, do you want me to go to Lyria or do you want me to go to the Halo? You guys can choose what you want. And I'll look here as I go. Hangar 4. I'm happy to go either place to go mole mining. Love the Nomad and still use it a lot, but my Connie's there's no Constellation Taurus. Constellation series, just in general, Andromeda's awesome. All right, there's the old mole. Love it. Okay. Use the elevator. 45 likes, you guys. This is awesome. Check out Lyria. So we got 1 vote for Lyria. I got 1 vote. Oh, 2 Lyrias and 1 Halo so far. Pretty sure HRL2 has brands. Lyria. Another Lyria. Your pick. Okay. Oh, Halo. It's pretty close. Uh-oh. It's pretty darn close here. Oh, the Halo's fantastic. See if Lyria's gotten good again. Yeah, I've done 2 Halo trips today. And we know the Halo is fantastic. Lyria, you already went to the Halo. Okay, so let's do that. Let's do this though, okay? Let me. Oh! We got a Mabutu saying Halo 2. It's a tight.
You are clear to launch.
All right. Well, let's try the Halo first. You know, we at least know we'll do the Halo first. That way we know, because you know even though I have the mole, I only have the 1 mining laser. So if we ran into, you know, it could be a size issue. So we'll do the Halo. And the only reason I decided the executive decision is in case I run into rocks that are too big. Right? I think I need to rotate these VTOLs down to get out of here. I do.
Launch complete.
Up they go. Pull the gear. Out we go. Man, I love this ship.
Landing gear up.
I love how Star Citizen, for all, you know, the grief we give it, has done such a good job with how heavy ships feel in your hand when they're bigger. Like how just the turning of them and just the way that they feel, it's just amazing. That part of it they've really nailed. Now this is interesting here.
Thank you, and please visit again.
No, I didn't mean to spin like that, but all right, we're gonna head towards the Halo from here. So, Arc L4. I'm gonna set route, and I'm probably going to. Well, that is. Let's see. I'm gonna just hold on. Give me a sec. I'm gonna look at this. How far is this away? .8. So I think I'm going to drop out at about 5. Let's see. I'm going to drop out at about 7. Maybe 6.8. But I'm actually gonna head towards this. Yep. So if I take 6 let's see, 6 away is 11.8. So yeah, 9.8 or so I'm gonna drop out. This is just me guessing where the Aaron Halo is. I might have to retool a little bit. But I'm gonna say 6.8. That's gonna be my first guess, and we'll retool from there. Right, they got the physics right. That's exactly right. The game we hate so much is awesome when it works. That's so true. Love the signature orange Argo ships. Yeah, this is just this ship is just a badass ship. I mean, this is a cool ship. I love these things. Never use SC trade tools for mining part, but on Lyria doesn't even show up for Q-type rocks. Oh, that's interesting. When you see that orange, you know somebody's going to get too busy to work. You're not wrong about that. So we're dropping out at 9.8. That's my guess where the Aaron Halo is. I could be completely wrong, but that's where we're gonna drop out here. And we are gonna look around in the Halos. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off. I don't need that on anymore. Hey, 48 likes, you guys. We're almost to 50. Oh, the coffee's been absolutely fantastic. The Quantanium's been great. The conversation has been wonderful today. I will tell you, for all the trouble that we face with 318, this change, I'm hopeful today. This change in the Aaron Halo, and I know the changes that are coming in 319, for whatever reason, this has struck me as hopeful that they've got the scanning thing. If they ever get these long scans straightened out where you can scan at a distance and see what it is, man, it's going to be the cat's meow. Okay, we're going to drop out at 9.8. Once again, this is a guess. Here we go.
Available CDF recruits to report for duty.
9.8 and...
Pushed against Xeno threat.
Okay, this is definitely not the Halo. So where am I at in relation to HURL2, though? That's my next question. So... we'll set route on that guy. Let me turn over and just look at this guy. How far away is it? It is 5.4. So I gotta go at least another 1.4. Okay, so that will tell me what I need to do. Need to go 1.4 more or so in order to hit the Halo. Set rock, cool. All right, so 1.4. So we're at 9.7. So let's drop out at 8.3. This next dropout. They better get the scanning issue sorted out. I don't disagree with that, Johan. You're absolutely right. Gonna look around while I distract you, face plant into a rock. You're not wrong. 8.4 will drop out next. ESR Tech, we drop out and not see the hit. Exactly. 52 likes. Holy mackerel, it jumped up. Thank you, guys. So thank you much for the 50 likes. I truly appreciate it. So 8.4, we're going to drop out. And we're going to have a little bit of fun here with solo mole mining. Yeah, for all the bugs and flaws and delays, just like anything else, where it gets it right and knocks it out of the park. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, Relay. Oh, let's drop out. Alrighty, this is exactly what we wanted here, right? So we're going to go ahead and turn this guy off. We've already got things set there. We're going to get a V-scan going. I'm just going to do a 45. No, I haven't, it's weird. Notice no salvage right off the bat. Like, that's the one thing. It's like, the prospector sees salvage everywhere. 17 hundo right there. Okay. Oh, there it comes. I was going to say, it just got to spawn in. That's what it's doing. It's a server tick. Server tick in this salvage is everywhere. Oh, imagine tracking all these abandoned ships and stations, the one locations have on the field. Oh, yes, you're exactly right, Ramoy. Honestly, with all this major, I believe it's going to be for the best. I think they're going to start. I think Greg, I think what you're hinting at is the same thing that's in my mind. I think that this is there's, what's this term? It's like a coming to Jesus moment. Or there's this, they hyped up 318 and it was a train wreck. They really need to get their act, their messaging, it's like, we're not having a wipe. Okay, we may have a wipe, but it's going to be partial. Okay, we're having a full wipe. That type of stuff. Listen, I adore this game, and I don't have anything wrong. I harbor no ill feelings towards CIG, whatever. They've got to get their messaging right. They need to start doing a better job. You can't hype the crap out of something for a year and then have it be a train wreck on release. You can't chase away potential people that are going to play your game. It's just not, we're here just for the coffee. Fair enough. All right, let's, but anyways, yeah, I mean, they've got, so, all right, so here's some opportunity markers. That is a 1700. That is a 1700. 1700. And a 3400. Okay, let's go ahead and approach this guy. Now, can we long scan with this guy? Now, somebody asked me if I get within 5,000. So let's do that. Let's just get down to like 4,900. All right. There they are. And then now let's do the long scans and see if we can get a type. Oh, hold on. Nothing there. I just want to see if we would get a, just trying a couple of long scans there, just trying to get a type out of it. Doesn't seem to be happening, so we'll approach now. I'm just, and we'll definitely get take a look at these things. Now with the mole, it's very important that you're not approaching. You really don't want to be driving right at the rocks. These are going to be Quantanium for sure. We're going to start backing the speed off. You got to be really careful with the mole's speed, right? So let's go ahead and what we need to do here is try and get a long scan on them if we can, right? Because that's going to be the best thing for us to try and tell what's in the rock, right? Now, I could definitely position on these and go down into the mining laser and get, but I'm really hoping I can get a long scan going here because that would be ideal. So kind of toggling back in and out. Yeah, just not getting any luck. So, all right, so let me lift my nose up. I'm going to go up like this. I'm going to have to go down in the mining laser just in order to figure out whether or not these are mineable. And this is the kind of the thing that, oh, I seem to be stuck in the seat here. So hold on, let me, it's either that or we got a 30K going. Nope, okay, it finally did work. Did I sound like I was choking there for a minute? I have a helmet on, right? No, I do. Weird. All right. The mole has got some mole things going on for sure. All right. Ramoyne saying it's going to be a bumpy road from here. And I agree with that 100%. There's a lot of crazy back-end technical problems they have to solve now. Let's just be realistic, right? So, all right. So now I can see these guys. I'll go ahead and turn on the laser. Power on. Oh, that's my neighbor's dogs. Let's see if we can. That's actually a nice rock. Holy crap. That's a really nice rock. Oh, I'm getting the infinite scanning. Oh no, come on. Give me the scan results. Well, how much Quantanium's in it? It's not telling me. 15%? How can that have that much red and that sliver of green and be a 15% Quantanium rock? That's weird. You see, that was just crazy. This will be a 2%er. What? How can this have... Look at... What the heck? How can that be a 15%er? Oh, wait. Whatever. We'll move on. The point... It is what it is. But it's like, what the heck? By the red and the optimal rule, I thought that would have been a little better. If 318 was a dumpster fire when it dropped, then server meshing is yes, because that's the thing. We definitely have to keep our flame retardant suits on because it's gonna be spicy. You know, the community is gonna be spiced up. What is going on? It's just I think there's a little server lag going on. That's probably what's happening. You are not wrong. There's already talk of separating the server meshing. Yeah, well, they're already talking about exactly that, right? So let's kind of... Oh, yeah. What's going on here now, too? Yeah. That's odd. I can't turn up my velocity. This ship is acting really weird. Oh, weird. I toggled my scanner on and off, and now I could. I think there's just server lag. That's what I think's happening, though, honestly. I think that's what it is. All right, let's kind of rinse and repeat. I was just surprised that, you know, the way that that thing looked. And so, like, it looked like that was going to be a good rock, a 51, you know, with that much red and that much, you know, that sliver of green. Okay, lots of opportunity marker. Was that on a 90 scan? What the heck? That's so weird. We'll do more of a 45. It just seems like those were way everywhere. They trying to push pyro for how many years now? Yeah, it's a good question. You're not wrong. I think we've got some server. Let's hold on. The server's starting to act funny. Something's happening here. I'm going to turn chat on a second. Something wrong with the trains. Train runs below tracks. Shuttles are fine. Yeah, something's definitely... What's the server ping? Something is acting a little sideways right now. Server FPS is down to... It's like... What's the average server SPF? Because this is like 5 right now. There's a 6800 signature out there somewhere, but I don't actually see it anywhere. Oh, is it up here? Is that right? Hey, there's a 6800. Sweet. All right, I sent a collapse ping, and looks like it's... Yeah, it took a while for it to... There is definitely server FPS was real slow there for a minute. It's getting up now. It's climbing back up over 7. All right, so we're about 7,000 away and closing. Good. Yeah, the server ping was really good earlier, but it looks like it's starting to slow down a little bit. Want me to get enthusiastic? I make things go boom. Yeah, there you go. You're not wrong, Greg. All right, we're approaching our next set of rocks here. And this is definitely a few rocks here. And as you know, this thing does not slow down on a dime. That is not Quantanium, just giving it a visual. We'll keep on moving. All right, we'll open up back to a 45 scan. When the server drops below 7, expect... Yeah, because it's definitely below 7 for sure, Mabutu. That's... I can just tell, like, the server was so snappy and happy earlier. Like, I could tell that something was starting to get a little sideways with it. So that's okay. We're just going to kind of keep on keeping on here. Johan says, adding feature pushes sales up, back-end boring stuff like server meshing isn't going to sell more pixels, space pixels. Nothing wrong with more sales. Yeah, it does. Yeah. They've got to keep... They definitely have to keep the money rolling in with the staff that they have. Or else things will come to a real big halt in a hurry. That's 5100. We won't approach a 5100. That's never Quantanium. 318 has been 3 to 5 FPS from the start. You have a bed. Yeah, this ship definitely has a whole bed area ESR for sure. It's got a room for 3 crew. Ooh, there's 10,200. Let's see how the spread is on this. Oh, weird. Okay. was it up here? 85. Oh, okay. I was going to say, oh, we'll have to see here. We're approaching these guys. I bedlogged when servers start acting normal. Oh, you know what? The last time I bedlogged in the PTU, it didn't end well. So I would be, you know, like I, you know, definitely hear what you're saying. Sounds about right. I've had less than 7 iffy. Yep. So it definitely is. It's low. For sure. Uh-oh. I have to bring this guy to a quick, pretty rapid stop here. And this is not Quantanium. So up we go. And over. And we will just keep on keeping on. You know what's weird is there's like an opportunity marker like 30 away. That must be like an 890 or something. All right, well 45 ping again. Roll back to a 90. All right, couple of 90 opportunity markers. 1700. 5100's 3 rocks. Never approach that if you're looking for Quantanium. 1700. All right, we'll keep on moving. King Grizzly, welcome to the channel. Knock on wood, no issues bedlogging in Halo while on the PTU. That's a good thing to know, King. I definitely... I will say it was a couple of patches ago. I think I ended up having to do a character reset after I bedlogged. Like a PTU character reset again. Like, I bedlogged, and I immediately tried to log back on, and it just was not happening. It, like, infinitely spawned, and I went to bed. The next day, it wouldn't sort itself out, you know what I mean? And I ended up having to do a character reset, which is, you know, here nor there. It's fine to have to do it, but I was, you know, I was like, oh, I'm kind of, you know. Bedlogging, I've had, you know, weird, you know, I can't, the day when that comes and it always works, it'll be awesome. All right, so there's a couple of, let's see if we can get a long scan there. We haven't been able to long scan anything and get a type. So we'll fly, you know, to the port side of this stuff on the way in. Send out another ping just to keep them out in front of us. Oh, sounds like some of you have had some success bedlogging. That's good. All right, so we'll start kind of bringing this guy in here. We'll do a visual on these 2 rocks. Pushing, pushing, pushing. There they are. Oh, let's start slowing down. Get a visual here. These are definitely Quantanium rocks. So let's go in and take a look here. We're going to kind of turn the mold just a touch. And let's, you know, kind of sort ourselves out here. I'm going to trim my velocity back significantly so I'm not, you know, nothing's too crazy. I will try and long scan these again. And now that I'm getting a yellow outline, I have a feeling it will tell me the results. And it is. And this is telling me that this is a 2%er. So it's nice to be able to get the yellow outline because then you don't have to leave the seat. Which I probably should have just waited on those last 2 because they had eventually yellow outlined for me. And this is going to be another 2%er. So these are a couple of blue caps, which is nice. I didn't even have to leave the seat in order to get the results. Let's go ahead and kind of fly out in front of these. I'm looking for my marker. Oh, there it is down there. All right, rinse and repeat. We'll just do a 45 scan first. And then, you know, get an opportunity. If there's an opportunity marker kind of right out in front of me, I like to prioritize those. We'll go back to a 90 scan because that's a 5100 RS signature value. We'll never chase that. They're never Quantanium. 1700. 1700. 1700. Maybe a per ship thing I'm only logged. Yeah, well, and you're not wrong about that. It very well could be a ship thing. Maybe the Vulture's just fine with it, and I forget what I was in when I did it. It very well could be a ship thing. You're not wrong about that. Alrighty, so what about a 45 out in front of us? No. Okay, then another 90. All right, there's some opportunity markers there at around 10. Ooh, there's a 6,800. We'll send it to, you know, okay, that's probably not going to be Quantanium based on the spread. But we'll come in and we'll take a look at these. We'll give them a visual. They are about 9,000 out, so look at the receiver. Yeah, I mean, this was probably not tight enough of a cluster in order for it to be Quantanium. They changed the scanning to 382 because on the PTU I could scan and well, you sometimes you can get long scans at a distance and sometimes you can't. The main thing that changed was, look at that, 15,300. Yeah, there's a lot of rocks out there. The main thing that changed is every single rock in the Air and Halo is now scannable, for the first time ever in the history of the Air and Halo. As far as I know, no rocks won't scan. Last 2 days in a row, every single rock is scanned. By the way, there's a Hercules salvage that it's over. Look at that, it's right over there. Oh. Uh-oh. The rocks are right out in front of me, I think. I don't want to run into them. That's why I'm being kind of cautious here. Oh, I didn't realize I'm being really cautious. All right, hold on. All right, we're flying in here. We're gonna give these guys a visual and see what we got. Solo mole mining, huh? You guys got me solo moling. That's funny. I don't normally do this. I don't mind doing it though. It's fun. All right, I knew I was coming in kind of high on these guys. All right, what do we got? What do we got? I do not believe that's Quantanium at all. I'm gonna fly. No, it's not. And I didn't think, I mean, based on the spread of the diamond icons, I didn't believe it was going to be Quantanium. But, you know, you've got to give a, 13,600. You got to give that a look. You always have to. All right, we'll rinse and repeat. 45 ping first. Keeps the opportunities in front of us. That's a 1,700. And that is a 5,100. Neither one of those two are ones that we want to approach. So we'll open up to a 90 scan. That will generate a couple of other opportunity markers. All right, that's a 3,400. We'll approach that. Oh, wow, there ended up being more there than what we bargained for. There was quite a few there. It was a 3,400 RS signature value, but there must be a couple of mixed. Hey, Blighty, how you doing? John, how have you been, man? John, every single rock in the Air and Halo is scannable now. Every single one of them. They, like, without fail, every single rock that I've come across the last 2 days in the Air and Halo, every one of them scanned. It is unbelievable. It's just, it's like Christmas came early, man, for us miners in the Air and Halo. And I know you're an Halo. I know that you like the Halo, John. I just, just saying, it's just one of those things. I'm so happy. How have you been, John, by the way? It's nice to see you. All right, grab a cup of French roast and back to the scanning. All right, exactly. All right, I think I'm going a little too slow here. Let me kind of turn this guy up just a touch. All right, that's a little better. A lot of rocks here. I don't know if it's Quantanium. I don't know. We'll just take a look. That does not look like Quantanium in any way, shape, or form. We'll kind of do just a cruise by. One more look. Nope. All right, we'll just kind of fly through here and right by them. All right. Back to a 45 scan. I love the Halo, so I'm looking forward. Oh, it's awesome. Yeah, no, it's fun, for sure. All right, single ping. I think that was a 45 ping. Got no opportunity markers. Roll it back to a 90 ping. No opportunity markers. Taking a look at server FPS. Did get pretty low there for a minute, but now it's back. Okay. 11,900. That's going to be a nice. All right, there's a...
Navy's giving the all clear.
That's a nice grouping there. This very well could be Quantanium. We're going to fly in and take a close look. I'm trying to do long scans at a distance, but none of them seem to be working. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely something we want to kind of keep after here. This is a nice grouping of rocks. I'm wondering about the new Argo ship, the Tug vessel. Will be able to... It can, Ramoyne. That's why I'm saying, like, you really, once the SRV is out, you really can establish your salvage operation companies. Because you can just go pick a spot anywhere in space, and then send out your SRVs, have them pull, salvage back to a particular location, strip the stuff, crunch the stuff, do all that stuff, and then, you're in the middle of nowhere with it. It's just awesome. All right, so we got some rocks down here. And I don't think those are Quantanium either.
The Navy and Civilian Defense Force have successfully defended Stanton from xenothreat. Travel throughout the system is now safe, but please remain vigilant.
All right, what do we have here? There's 1,700. 1,700. What's this guy? 3,400. Let's go ahead and send a ping on these. We'll do a 90. Or is it this one? Ping on this guy. Hey, DJ, how's it going, man? And if you hold it a distance long, does the scan eventually show up? It hasn't yet. I mean, we'll approach these guys and see how that goes. Any idea how to remember to get back to the same place? Yes, you can pick up a salvage or pick up a delivery box. So you start a delivery mission, grab a delivery box, take it to wherever you want to go, drop that delivery box at that spot, and you can go right back there. Another thing is you can drop a ship off that way too. But delivery boxes work for sure. Okay, these are Quantanium for sure. So I think the question is if you wait long enough, can they scan? Like So I'm just going to wait here like 500 meters, right? And see if eventually this guy turns yellow. Let me, give me a sec. Let me, turn off the V-scan. I'll even shoot my lasers at it. But let's just kind of see if all of a sudden... Okay, it did. I can see it's yellow now. Now I'll get the long scan on it. Now it will work. I don't know at what distance this happens, but I could see that the outline was yellow at 500 meters. But if you look, I'm not getting, and I'll start a couple of scans, right? But I'm at a distance where it's not even telling me, because I think I have to be within 275 meters for it to give me the actual what's inside it results. See how I've got an instability number of 355, and I've got an instability number of 260. But I don't even think that's a high instability number, right? So let's go ahead and now I think like if I get within 275, that's when it's going to tell me now the rest of the, when I scan it, it will tell me what the rest of it is inside of it. So you have to be within 275 before you're actually going to get this over here, which is it's a 2%er. And this is going to be a 2%er as well. And I can just tell that by the instability value. So the distance scanning still isn't where we want it to be. But the fact that every single rock is scannable is like literally a Babe Ruth style home run for this particular game loop. For a hefty recovery fee, of course, exactly. I'm imagining Space Short's doing some mining for whatever he loses power, his ship is adrift, and I come along in SRV and... Oh, yeah, no, I'd pay any money for that, Ramon. Discount for a friend, of course, yeah. The Dream Players always. That's hilarious. All right, 40. You're not wrong. That would be funny, Ramon. It's like, I need help. Ramon's just got, you're just like the tugboat taxi company, you kind of. All right. The dream of player set waypoints. You're not wrong. Like I said, I truly want, really, really, really want a night where it's like, hey, the guys, we're all getting together in the mall at 10 o'clock tonight, but at 8 o'clock, I'm out in the in a scout ship marking where we're going to come back to that night. I would do that every time, just so we could go right to the minables. And just be like, hey guys, we're flying to the minables. Well, what's there? You'll know. You'll know when we get there. All right, there's a couple of buttes right there. So I'm long scanning. I cannot definitely get a, you know, I don't know at what distance we can get a type. So we're going to keep these guys out in front of us with a 90 scan. Or a 180 scan, maybe. Yeah, they're right out. They're right here. They're right in front of us. All right, hold on. Let's see if we can, from this distance, can we get a type? We're just kind of having some fun now, you guys. Like, it's, you know, just kind of looking to see if we can learn something. I'm not getting any types. I'm bouncing between the two different rocks because I'm trying to get a type scan going. All right, hold on. Let me stop this beast. All right, at 1,000 meters, will they turn yellow? It might have, actually. I think, no, let me look. All right, so even at 1,000 meters, it hasn't gone yellow yet. Let's just kind of wait, because I'm definitely curious here. Last time I actually fired my lasers at them, which I don't know if that will help. Oh, I'm not saying it didn't hurt. So that's a Q type. But look, I'm not even getting an instability here. I get a type at 1,000 meters. And this is common. This isn't anything new or unusual. I've seen this before where like you get a little closer and you get a little more information. See Q type and mass. Now if I get in, let's get into like around 800 or so. Okay, so here we go. Now we'll scan again at 775. So now we'll get a little bit more information, usually, I think. We'll scan that guy. Nope, we're still kind of in the like type and mass. Right? Let's go a couple of hundred more. All right, so now out of, you know, we're still over 500, which by the way. All right, now it looks like we might be close enough to get instability. That's an instability of 7.46. That's going to be a nice rock. I think that's this one that's at 666 meters. Yikes. And what about this guy here? Instability is 5.39. Both these are going to be, you know, but this rock in particular is going to be a nice rock with that high of instability. Over that mass, yeah, I mean, that's going to be crazy. Now I'm going to get right just under 500 meters, 490 some meters. Let's see if it will tell me everything about that rock or not. Nope. See how it won't? See how I'm not getting anything over here? Once I'll try to go to 300 exactly, right? Because I think it's 275 is the marker where it does it. Okay? I think it's that. Oops, I went too far. Let me back up just a touch. I'm going to do it right at about 299. I'm going to long scan this guy. Oh, and it did here. And that's a 43%er, by the way. That's a nice rock. So you can tell by the instability it was going to be a nice rock, right? So I wonder what's this guy? At 361 meters, can I get that information? I did. That's Quantanium 8%. So we're definitely mining this rock right here. So let's go ahead and now you know, when you position up on, you always want to be, you know, be up above it, right? And you want to get yourself in within around 60 or so. Let me just kind of, there we go. Now hold on, I want to be up above it. And kind of keep on moving in. And I'm, you know, there's nothing, I'm going to probably stay around where I'm at, around 80. This isn't going to be optimal range, but I'm definitely going to be able to see it all. You know what I mean? Which is an important thing. Hey, Philip, how are you? Nice to see you. We're doing a little solo mole mine in here. So, All right. Now, the nice thing about mole on a single rock is you just scoop, whatever. Pull it all in. It don't matter. You know, you don't even have to be that, you know, that crazy with the, you know, with worrying about scooping or not scooping. I'm not a combatant. Jack, more of a, yeah, more of an industrial type. That is for sure. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead. Now, I did not see, my placement was not great here. I'm too high. So I need to, what I need to do is let me go, I'm going to go adjust it right now or else it's going to bother me. So I need to go down a good, you know, I need to tilt my ship nose forward. Now, this is just me a little out of practice, right? I've done tons and tons of solo mole mining, but I was a little, you know, a little out of practice there. I was just a little bit too high. So let's go ahead. All I'm gonna do is actually pull my nose up like this and lower myself. Right? If I pull it up like that. Now let me look down. Okay. And let me just kind of... That doesn't look terrible. Let's see how that orientates. I'm a little too close, I think, maybe. As a matter of fact, I am going to roll... I'm going to go back to 60 before I was 50 meters. That's a little too close. And this is just me. It's been a hot minute since I've done this, right? And I just want to make sure I'm... Yeah, that's probably a right around there. We'll see, though. You know, it might take me a minute or two to reposition just to get it right. And that's the thing. Now, people who do this all the time, they know exactly where they want to do it. Yeah. And I've gotten... I used to be in a spot where I knew... Yeah, see how I have wiggle room all the way around this thing? That's what you're looking for, right? You want to be able to just kind of break this guy down. So, we can go tab. Why is the laser not coming on? Oh, there it goes. You can get really close here, or this is probably fine for me. 43%er. All right, and we've got the Rieger C3 and two VAUX C3s on this guy. So the instability is down to 1.5. And it's been a hot minute since I've done some mole mining. This is kind of fun. Moling on a Saturday afternoon. Astro, man, I believe in you. Somebody's got to, Astro. I appreciate it. This ended up being a really good position. You just want to be able to, you know, to move around. Andreas, how you doing, man? Nice to see ya. Now, this is just a 4900 mass rock, so this shouldn't be a big deal. Although, like I said, I've got the two VAUX C3s and a Rieger C2 on there. It's building up slowly. And we will just kind of feather back and forth real good when it gets into the optimal. The secondary brakes are going to be a little tricky, but we'll get there. We'll be fine. I can't wait for the Odyssey. Jag, I hear ya. Good call. That's awesome. So 2 runs in the Prospector, 1 in the Mole today. This is for Clive Hughes. I don't know, Clive, if you're still around. We're out here in the Mole for you, sir. Rambo Tan. Nice to see you, Rambo. Rambo says, I'm late. You're fine. Uh-oh. I turned that thing way off. What the heck? It's like it was being really slow about it. What? It's still overheating. Weird. You know what's also weird is it's actually not being as strange in the optimal window as it normally is either. Alright, hold on. Okay. It's a little jumpy. Okay, hold on. 29, we'll hold it in there. Hey, Clive, nice. This is for you, man. Alright. Perseus for me. I like the angry... yeah, the angry turret Dorito. That's a great name for it. That's funny. Alright, down to 19. We're kind of holding fast here. Oh, it fell out. Now, man, look how far it fell out. What is going on? Why am I up to 50%? And it's like I was like holding... What on earth? This is the weirdest break ever. I don't know. I don't really have a understanding of what just took place. Okay. In we go. That was yeah, that was a strange... It's probably these, you know, different modules that I have on here, but like I had it down to like 20%, barely, like, and like going into the red. I'm getting like, look at that, I'm warning out at 10, like, it's just ridiculous. I'm like, it down to, and then it like, then I had to be like, now it's going to fall out. Wow, brutal. Now I'm back up to, I'm swinging like an 80% range. Look at it. Look at it's falling completely back out again. 100% fell out. I'm at 100%. Wow. It is weird what they've done. These optimum windows are strange. Now, I know I have strange components on this. I didn't go get brands like I normally have, and I'm sure that probably would help clean up some of this. But the fact that you know, that it's like, you know, an 80%. Look at that head. That should have broke. Alright, it did. Oh boy. It's a good thing I got myself enough wiggle room. It is touchy. Alright, that's nothing. That's good. It's also like not being as responsive at the laser level, even though it's a... Alright, that's 11%. Yeah, it's definitely... Oh, there's nothing there. Look at these guys are floating away. Where's that guy going? Nothing there. One of these has got to have some Quantanium in it. Okay, this is going to be... There's 18 SCU of the good stuff. Of course, that's the other rock. Oh, and this is going to be another... Oh, wow. So there's 28 SCU in those two rocks. There's nothing there. Nothing there. One of these had like a low percentage in it, like 11%. All right, so most of it is in those two rocks. Okay, well, that's fine. All right, well, this is going to be... this will be interesting, right? So I'm going to go up to 7%. All right, we're at 16%. This is going to be fun. This is... Instability at 2, and inside the today's optimal windows, that's like an instability, like a very high instability amount. Hey, Rumi, how's it going? Yeah, no, I hear you on the salvage for sure. And then, of course, every rock is scannable in the Halo as well. All right, so I'm letting this build in. I want to kind of get a sense of when it will build in and at what. But everything changes when it gets inside the optimal window, right? It's fallen out a lot around there, so I'm gonna have to kind of get deep into the green here before it fell out, but it goes back right back up in there. Now it's pushing up hard in there. So it's a lot of feathering here. You don't know if it's going to fall out. Patience is really going to be the key in a situation like this. Just kind of keeping an eye on it. It's holding really good at 5 right now. Still holding really good at 5. Would it be... Oh my... What is going on? That was server lag. What the heck? That wasn't... That was just lag. This thing's gonna blow up. The question... It's a good question. Wouldn't it be good to crack the other rock? Only with 8% in it? I don't think so. I have no idea what's going on here. I did not do... That's not what I did. But whatever. Seriously. I guess it decided to server... There must have been some server... There's definitely... I'll tell you, there's definitely some lag going on. I think that they probably have fixed that one for sure. Yeah, this thing is behaving a lot differently than the Prospector. Oh, and it just could be server performance. I don't necessarily know. And of course, I don't have Brants on there, which I'm sure would flatten it out even more. But that like jumped up. It was holding. In retrospect, it was holding so flat at 5%. It wasn't. It was the FP. You know, it was an actual lag spike, which I don't see much of those anymore. So I wasn't really prepared for the fact that it was that. I didn't recognize that it was a lag spike until it was already overcooked. You can see here, like, I couldn't tell that it was, that we were falling out. I'm trying to push it up in there because we're losing here. All right, well, we managed to break that one okay. Ooh, boy. Making us work for it. All right, let's start scooping what we can here. We definitely lost some of that Quantanium. So we'll kind of just lick our wounds here and get what we can. And that's okay. I mean, we don't solo mole mine a ton, and we just wanted to bring it out for a trip one time, and got a little lag spike, and that's, that happens. I don't know how much we lost, but there was, I thought, around 18 SCU. It looks like we lost about a quarter of it. We'll still be well over 20 SCU here. I didn't break the 11%er. That was probably silly on my part, but maybe we'll look to do that real quick if we can. That one I should have broke. At least I didn't lose the ship, yeah. And it didn't seem to really affect the ship that much. There might be a couple more back there that I can't see. We're at, by the way, we're over 30, we're going to be over 30 SCU here. So we're over 32 SCU. Are those rocks over there? No? Okay, that's got nothing, right? That's 100% quartz. Wasn't there an 11%er here? Yeah, this 11%er. Let's break this guy real quick. And pushing it in there. Hold on now. All right, this is interesting. Inside this optimal window. 6 seems to be okay. I see it bouncing up and down, so it's not a lag spike. I'm keeping that. That's what I'm really keeping an eye on to see if I can see if I still see it bouncing, which is good. Don't blow it. Yeah. Well, I'm usually really good at this, so. But I will say, you know, foreign ship, foreign components. Just not something I'd use all the time, and it definitely got away from me that first one. Now 11% here, we'll just, you know, find the one that has some Quantanium in it. All look good. What? I think that's cooking that thing. It did. That was the mining laser. Yeah, there's like a laggy thing happening here. I did it again. This is the mining laser. Look, I'm on the extraction laser, but it's mining lasering stuff. Alright. Alright, let's see if we'll cook more rocks with this thing. Yep, it's cooking that one too. So that's a bug. I'm in extraction mode. Oh, it started extracting, everybody. Yay. This is the one that actually had the Quantanium in it too, because it's a 40%er. So the other ones didn't really matter that much. I can't reach that guy anymore. Boy, that's a sloppy job. We'll take it. Bad workman always blames his tools. Yeah. You know, yeah, you're wrong. You're not wrong. It's all my fault. Really, I mean, everything. This is definitely my fault. 100%. All right. Is this a free-to-play game? Rambo, it's not a free-to-play game, but for $45 one time, $45 one time, you can then play the game. I mean, normally you got to have a start. Well, maybe it's a little more than that, but a ship and a starter pack, and then you don't need anything more than that. There's no subscriptions or anything. So, but there are free weeks that you can. There are definitely weeks that you can actually. There are free fly weeks where you can play for free and see if it's you know, see if it's you know, your style of game for sure. I found you have left the rock cool before. I found you have to let the rock cool before extracting. Thank you, Mabutu. That's something I did not try. For sure. Alright, we're on our way to Arc L4. We earned our stripes on that one. 62 likes and lots of new people have subscribed today. We've had some memberships that have been handed out today. We've had a couple of nice, wonderful, nice coffee donations. Those are always welcome. I have had such a good time today. I'm so excited. You know, like I said, there's been lots and lots and lots of, we all know, there's been lots of trouble. 318 has been a bumpy ride. 318 1 and 2 got wipes coming. This is 318-2, and I can at least tell you, if this scanning mechanic holds, hey Brandon, how are you? It's good to see you, sir. How's Texas this morning? Or this afternoon, I should say. If this, is it kind of pay to win? Not really, Rambo. People who start out with just a regular starter ship, you can buy any ship in the game. There's no advantages. I mean, don't get me wrong. You can start with an advantage with a nice ship, but you can't hold that advantage forever. It's not pay to win. You know, I would not call this game pay to win by any stretch of the imagination. World of Tanks is pay to win. You know, that's type of stuff. Pay to pain. Yeah, maybe that's. But you know, Rambo, it's pretty early in this game's development. There is no win but having fun. I agree with that, Hamma. Hamma's been very generous today. Gave away some you know, some gifted memberships. We've just had a wonderful day today. I am very excited for the future of mining. If they did something like, it just makes me feel like, you know, something in the background. Oh, 68, what a beautiful day, man. That's awesome. It just makes me feel like we're gonna get there. It makes me feel like we're not far, you know, like with these mining changes coming in 319, that this could be a cool thing. Like we're really in a good place. You know, so I'm excited. I really am excited. The only new ships can be bought in game until... Hey, Andreas! Oh, thank you, sir. That's very kind of you. One can never have enough coffee. You're not wrong about that. And so, everything... you know, you guys are going to laugh about this a little bit. I actually have... I've bought a webcam. I've bought lights. I have a couple of systems. I'm going to be setting up the studio here sometime this summer when my daughter moves out. Everything that you guys have donated to me, I put back into the channel. You know, so... Wow, we've already got first alarm going, you guys. That's interesting. Not that I'm worried about it. I mean, we spend a lot of time blowing up our ship and... you know. Alright, let's move it on in. I'm going to drop the gear and lower the VTOLs right now. I'm going to come in a little bit hot just because we already have gotten first alarm kicking. Major torque imbalance. The advantage of paying for ships with real money is the fact that they will always be available regardless of the wipe. There you go. There's an advantage to it, but you're not, you definitely can get on the level with anybody with a 45 and in. You know what I mean? Oh boy. I better start backing down here. Backing the speed back. Power backing up. Okay. We'll let her.
Please proceed to assign landing.
All right, we'll call for landing. First and last.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Oh, same kind of, same place, huh? That's gonna be a tight squeeze. I'm gonna have to butter the sides on this thing. What the heck? Okay. Uh-oh. There we go. Make sure. All right, yeah. It's definitely... All right, let's roll this down about that to there. That's good. Gotta take our time here bringing this guy in. This is a big ship to be bringing into the... to this particular... What the heck? I always feel like the Prospector barely fits in this thing. What the heck? It's not low server pop, Brandon. I mean, the servers have had like over 100 people on them. All right, this is very interesting, you guys. I don't know about this. Hey. Oh, I did. I bumped the front end of it. That sucks. But it wasn't that bad.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
My landings have been not so awesome today. Look at this. I had to repair this thing. That's okay. We're gonna have a little fun with this. All right, let's get out of here and get this guy stored. Every flyable ship's available to buy in game. Yeah, thanks. I appreciate you guys kind of helping out with the questions there. All right. I want to quant mine those alarms to make me... Oh, yeah. They definitely will send your anxiety off. Oh. All right. This is the way that I like to exit the mole, by the way, you guys. Come out this way and then down. You don't have to lower the elevator. Oh, I'm running the wrong way, of course. Why not? What is the normal amount of people to be on a server in 317? Like, what was? Like 100. They went up. It used to be like a server cap of 50, but now it's well over 100. Cost of a ship pledge to be lived and therefore justified. Yeah. Yeah, you got to justify it with yourself. Don't overspend on this game. Find something that makes you happy and buy into it, but don't overspend. Highest I've seen is 113. All right, so this is stored, right? Let's just kind of make sure. Okay, cool. We stored that guy.
Visit us again.
Let's look at the server pop here now. It's right now we're 97 of 108. So no, it's not this whole. They've changed. They've made a fundamental server tick change in the Iron Halo. There's something that they've changed in the back end code that when server ticks happen, they now make the rock scannable every time. The last 2 days in the Iron Halo, I have looked at now 30 to 30. I'm just going to say somewhere between 30 and 40 Quantanium, clusters and rocks, doublers, and clusters. Every one of them have scanned. Every one of them. Like you just have to pull up and wait, or shoot it with your lasers, or give it a hot minute. As soon as the server registers you're in the area, it scans every time. Speaking of ships, I need the bribe. Oh, good choice, the Taurus. Love the Taurus. All right, let's see if we have anything left after all the blowing up stuff and banging stuff around. So yeah, I guess in the mole, wait until things kind of cool off is probably the better. Because, there was definitely, the mole experience was a lot different than the prospector experience for me. I'll have to monkey around with that a little bit. All right, let's set up the work order there. Oh, yep, we did get it in. There was 34 too. We're going to go get a quote there. I'm going to actually do the Pharaon exchange. Get quote. Confirm. And so we are at that part of the day where I'd really like to do this. Okay, we went mining for about 3 hours. It's 3 hours and some change today. Let me calculate this out for us. So in that time, now we did a couple of prospector runs. Then we went and just got the mole ready to go. So we actually had to put, but we did, let's see here. We did 2565 plus 2834 plus a mole 3282. So 8,861. So 8681 times 88 is 763,000 AUEC. So better than 750,000. Just kind of, out there just kind of monkeying around today. So, yeah, this is that time of the day where I like to say, the coffee was absolutely fantastic. The Quantanium is in a really good place. The conversation was wonderful today. I had so much fun. I'm really excited about the future. This change in the Iron Halo has kind of definitely put a lot of wind in my sails that things are this 419 change, I have my fingers crossed, is going to be huge. Changing all the mining heads and all the mining node, and that type of stuff. I just have so much hope, for it. And that being said, it's been a bumpy ride. We all know that. It's been a bumpy ride, 318. So, I'm glad that we all seem to be sticking through, trying to make this game the game that we all want to play. You guys are fantastic. Please take care of yourself. And I will see you all around the verse.